The Mistborn had found themselves here at this winery after a very lengthy trek across Barovia as a whole. Quite a lot of adventures involving different monsters and interactions with new and unique, and some of them dangerous characters. Have found your way here to this winery where the Were-Ravens, known as they introduce their group as the Keepers of the Feather, led by Davian Mardikov, managed this winery that was attacked by these evil druids and plant creatures. You cleared out the interior of the winery, defeating their skeletal leader, who had transformed into several different shapes and attempted ultimately to flee with his precious cargo, seeming several barrels of infested or diseased wine. After defeating him, you destroyed his staff, which killed all of the blights in the area and allowed you to check the rest of the winery and ensure it was safe before bedding down for the night. You spoke with Davian a little bit about, and Adrian a little bit about what had been going on here in the winery and just in general around Barovia, and learned a little bit of tidbits of information, but for the most part everyone was exhausted and had little energy to do much more than take watch and prepare for bed. As you laid down to sleep, those of you who took watch, or those of you while you were on watch, noticed a strangeness about the area, that it seemed still there were no wildlife or anything else, really an eerie silence falling around the whole area here, but no activity of any sort or dangers that had been seen. And as the morning light starts to peek through the windows and on Raylan outside. Oh, I lost my music. That is where we are going to start tonight's session. Everyone, as you begin to wake up and Nikolai and Bon sitting there on watch, you feel the hairs on the backs of your neck start to stand on end, and a sensation like static electricity hangs in the air around you. Sounds seem to linger for just a moment longer than usual, and your own breathing sounds amplified as your heartbeat echoes in your ear, overwhelmingly. Everyone give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm excited too.
Ooh, I'm less excited.
Oh, not great.
14.
Love how her natural one is still almost better than my
Oh my
regular roll.
god, why do you have plus 13? That's so much.
Okay, everyone, you take 9 psychic damage. And go ahead and roll initiative for me. Or just, roll initiative for me. So it goes on the turn order.
Can we go to the map so I can click on my... Oh, I guess my character's right here.
Oh, did I not? Sorry.
Yeah,
It's still on.
My apologies.
I kind of read that book and got 2 temporary hit points.
I would probably not be in Were-Raven form right now, right? Like it's been
right. You would not. I had not transferred it over then.
How much? Sorry, how much damage you said? 9.
9 psychic damage. And I will describe why you take this psychic damage after.
Wow, Sean, thanks for stealing my thunder.
Makes you funny, but my dex is higher than yours.
Okay, Raylan, as you begin to wake, your eyes fluttering up, seeing just this light glow from the sun behind the mist, you see a figure rushing straight towards you, and as you fully open up your eyes, you see the image of Sazed in his changeling form as you had seen him before by the lake north of Valaki when you and him had a heated discussion. He jumps forward on top of you and plunges a dagger straight into your chest. And as you wake up suddenly to a full start, you feel the pain, but don't see him anywhere around. Nikolai, sitting there on a crate there for your watch, you see a zombie stumble out from the barrel storage room, jumping onto you. It sinks its teeth deep into your shoulder as you fall to the ground suddenly, and you see it almost suddenly there as you blink from the pain.
Ow.
Bon, as Nikolai starts to stumble off of the crate he's sitting on, you turn towards him and feel this wet slapping as a tentacle reaches over your vision and pulls you towards it. Everything goes black for a second.
Oh no. I felt this tentacle before.
As you reopen your eyes up, the image is gone. Dresley, as you sit up with a start, seeing Strahd standing over the top of you, he pushes you hard up against the stone wall and bites into your neck. And as you suddenly feel the pain, it disappears almost instantly. Sazed, as you begin to sit up, you see the images of both Alyssa and Benny standing over you. Both of them wielding sharp, wicked blades. They jab out quickly, and both of them penetrating into your stomach. And as you look down, the blades are gone, but the pain is still there. Tem, as you look over towards the window where the light starts to shine in, a flock of ravens burst in through the glass and start pecking and clawing at you aggressively. As your hands bat them away, they seem to disappear. At the same time, you hear a shout from inside the barrel storage room.
I look up, trying to figure out what the hell happened. And I'll head to the barrel storage room if I heard something over there.
Okay.
Can I pull up my bow and arrow and just keep an eye out for anything? Specifically, chains.
I check my neck.
Give me a perception check. As you reach towards the spot of the wound, Nikolai, there is no wound there. You still feel the pain right there in the same spot, but
Oof.
you just do not see or sense anything. You're really
It's not.
on edge.
I'm gonna check on my face and start feeling around my body. Make sure there's no more tentacle daddies trying to get me.
It's not physical at all. I'm sorry.
No, it does not appear to have left any kind of physical appearance or anything. Says it as you look down into the barrel storage room over the balcony, going towards the stairs. You can see Adrian seems to be standing in a humanoid form, which you have not seen yet. He's got very shaggy brown hair and a very thick beard. He seems to be looking around suddenly and confused down in the barrel storage room.
Painful nightmare too?
Just a rough night is all.
That's happened to anybody else?
Just about to ask. Anybody else just get hit or hurt by something?
I feel like I've been stabbed.
I got bit by a zombie.
There's no octopus or squid-like things around us, right?
Sorry, I'm
I'm
choking
just
to death.
gonna bring my hand up to where I was bit and just go downstairs.
Maybe a shared nightmare, perhaps, Adrian says, looking around at Bon and Nikolai. Then says it.
The Ravens turned on me. I don't.
It sounds like 1 second.
There might be a death on stream.
It sounds like we were attacked with our own fears, or a connection to us.
You fear zombies?
No, but I seriously do not like the undead.
Oh.
In fact, I hate them with a burning rage.
Burning.
Oh god, I hear them.
Oh.
I don't know what it was, but it did hurt. I'm not feeling well.
Has anybody
Didn't
seen that or
sleep
had that
well.
happen before?
No.
I mean, weird things happen to me all the time, but not that. Kind of like look in the barrel to make sure there's no like those worms still coming around. You see anything in there?
Sorry, say that again?
Is there? Can I look in the any of these barrels? My pointer. Anything?
Yeah,
Gotta
sorry,
go over to that.
can't see the barrels you're looking. There we go.
Gotta go over
The-
that one.
yeah, those two. One still has the floating corpse of the druid that Tem had killed in there, and the other one, give me a perception check.
I thought that one was this one.
Which one was which one?
The one that had the
She slipped and fell.
Good
By the
and-
way.
Oh,
Yeah, it was this one. Sorry, which one was I pointing at?
I was pointing out 1 and 2, and I
These
think
two
the
are broken.
bodies
These
over
two
there.
have been destroyed.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
It's
neither
been
one
up
of
for
these
me.
are still standing.
I would like to
Fine.
ritually cast Detect Magic
We'll look around.
Okay.
and inform people what the hell I'm doing.
It's daylight. Kind of.
Kind of.
Dawn light.
Oh, I didn't see your perception check there. I'm sorry, Scott. It does
Okay.
not seem as if there are any of the worms currently swimming around in that wine, or really anything that makes it look strange or different than normal wine.
You meant like on his body, in his body.
No. I was talking
Oh.
about the actually the barrels because I wasn't sure if these were the ones that were destroyed, but it's okay. The check was terrible, so kind of skeezed out.
Can I feel like where where the worms were and see if there's any like trace residue or has anything to do with that?
Give me a medicine check.
God, that dice sucks, dude. 10.
10. You don't see anything that any of these worms that are still moving around or living. It seems like any of them that were expelled out that didn't immediately begin burrowing died, or like in the wine barrel when they were exposed and started pouring out, they started dying as well. Maybe in the wine there might be some, but still, but you don't see any connection with everyone having this issue and not everyone getting afflicted
Oh
by
yeah,
those.
they just knew that.
Yeah. I'd say with a 10, you're able to definitely remember the thing you remember.
Can I kind of just walk around the building
Okay.
to just see if I don't know, see any giant monsters or little ghost children?
Don't you always see one of those?
I haven't seen her since we left. Augenvostholt.
Okay. You see a single raven flying overhead in circles a little bit off from the winery. He seems to be circling around the winery as a whole.
Move your mic
At
again.
at a pretty decent distance, he circles the winery. Can you hear me now?
No,
Okay.
Yes.
Hello.
A little quiet.
Hello.
that's better.
Much better.
Oh my gosh! Like I'm not even doing anything to it. It's like
Feels like yeah, just moving it did something.
There's a trick with those, like, it's a HyperX mic. If you
Yeah.
feel the mic, like feel through the foam thing, there's like a little knob on it. That's the actual microphone part. For me, it always used to get turned somehow. Just a.
maybe that's the case. Is that better?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's super loud.
Okay. Yeah, that might be it.
I said not loud, but you sound crystal clear.
It sounds
Okay.
like you're in my ear.
I don't like that. Okay.
Don't like that either.
Whisper to me, Daddy.
Oh my god.
Yep. Now it's weird.
You do see Eleanor, Raylan off to the side, in between these rows of destroyed plants. It looks like she's over a hole in the ground, kind of look on her hands and knees with her hands in the hole.
All right. Can I go see what she's around with?
Okay. As you get closer, it appears to be a hole about probably about a foot by a foot, or a foot in diameter. Looks about maybe 3 feet deep. As you get over there, she looks up at you. There was something important in here, I think. And she just kind of looks around.
If I help her dig, does that give me advantage on my roll?
You can try to dig if you'd like. She can't actively dig.
Oh, that's right. She's a ghost. Yeah, I will.
I've definitely been hit by a ghost and it did not feel good.
Do I have anything that would help me dig? Like a random shovel in my.
Power of friendship.
Crowbar probably wouldn't help. Battle axe? That's going to show. I'll just dig with my hands. Dig in that little
Okay.
area.
Okay, give me an investigation check as you begin to dig down into this dirt. Okay. Specifically around this spot, you don't notice anything in the hole. It seems completely empty. But you do notice around this hole, compared to a lot of the other dirt that you were walking past, and you've seen everywhere else in Barovia, this looks like really nice soil right here by this hole. Like, this is dirt from any other place that you would have seen normally for good farmland. But here, it's just maybe a couple inches out from that hole, the dirt goes back to this really dry, grainy kind of dirt that just doesn't seem suitable for plants.
New plan. Turn into a wolf. And then dig. And that the whole area just in the good dirt.
Okay. It doesn't seem like it spreads out that far from that hole at all.
I probably dig faster with the dog. See my
Okay.
dog. It's fast.
As Raylan transforms and begins to dig around that hole, is there anything anyone else is doing?
Guarding Nikolai.
I am going to go find something to beat up for my training,
Okay.
but I'm going to be kind of distracted while I do that.
Okay. You find a scarecrow that you look like might be able to take a couple hits, so you'd be able to pound on it for a little while before and take out some of your frustration. Nikolai, you finish casting Detect Magic, and you do not sense anything out of place or abnormal than your own magical items and those on your allies. You going to explore around the winery with it while it's active,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, I'd like to wander the whole property and
Okay.
outskirts of said property.
I follow.
I appreciate it.
I don't follow anymore.
I no longer appreciate it.
okay? Just double checking for some stuff. Okay, as you walk around the grounds of the winery, going through the first floor and then climbing up into the second floor and checking through the bedrooms to see if you sense anything that might provide some sort of explanation or magical aura, you find yourself fairly disappointed for the most part until you get outside and you start walking around and you walk past where Raylan is in his wolf form is digging furiously around this one spot of ground. You don't sense anything specifically magical there as you get closer to the hole, but you sense a faded or a sort of a remnant of magical energy that was there. I would say, let me double check. Yeah, transmutation magic. But that is the only source of magical energy other than from the Raven as it flies by a little close once on your patrol. You do sense a magical aura from the Raven as well.
That faded aura is in the hole he's digging?
It feels like it is emanating from around that area of the hole, yes. But there is nothing in the hole.
Interesting.
Raylan and Wolffarmer realized that since there was already a hole there, Ghost probably didn't dig that. So whatever was there is probably gone. Stop.
How far was it from the winery?
It's about... Shit, sorry. It's probably about, let's see, I think 30 feet off is where the lines of, or the rows of grapes are at, yes. And it's over there in the field where the grapes, which are not currently growing.
Is there something there?
I sense an aura that's fading of transmutation magic where Raylan was digging. I think that I'm going to kind of keep this distance and keep going around the winery and see if I sense anything else.
Okay.
What do you think it
guess-
could be?
I don't know.
As you continue around the southern side of the winery, you find a spot on the ground where you feel another aura, significantly more faded, but also from about the same size space. There is no hole in the ground here, though. It's just earth, but you feel a similar faded aura, and then as you continue around to the western side in those fields, you see another one. You notice that both of these locations are no longer set up, are not set up for growing grapes as the western side was.
Hmm. So they're the three auras, they're near where food is grown?
No,
I mean,
they
food,
are
I mean
not.
wine, or
One
just that
one
one?
of them was, yes, just the western one. The other two fields do not appear. But give me, you know what? Give me an investigation check.
I'll assist him.
Okay. With advantage or individually?
Advantage, fine. I'm just over there pointing out things like, oh, what about that? What about that? That's important?
Okay. It does appear as if these lands were once tilled. You remember after reading that book on Barovian farming from when you were in Barovia and you'd gotten it, that the way that they'd laid out soil and stuff like that is very reminiscent of the way that the plot falls. So these areas were once used to grow something, but aren't anymore.
So I'm thinking that this aura is for growing. I don't think it's anything that has to do with our rude awakening.
Didn't you say you found some over not near growing stuff?
True, but I do recall that part of the way that they grow is they would rotate their crops.
Well, that's boring.
Yes, but it's good. Better
So-
than finding another creepy voodoo doll tacked to a tree, or
At
you
least
know.
that's what led us down the path. For now, we don't know anything.
True. Maybe we can ask everybody what they exactly what each one of them experienced and try to figure out how it's connected.
I think you were right. It was all our fears, kind of.
Just from what people had said, that's what it sounded like.
Can I kind of did we talk to Adrian about whatever it was he was yelling at or yelling about?
No, no one asked him. He just said he had a bad dream. And then he turned back into Raven and laid or slept in or went back to sleep in the room.
We assumed it was same thing.
Right. He went back to sleep. I mean, is it daytime? I thought it was daytime.
It's morning, but he was up if you're during your watch, and though Tem wouldn't know this, he was up during several watches.
Oh.
Vigilant.
All right. I will meander outside and look around. See what's going on.
Okay. As you come outside from the winery, you see this raven that is circling around in the air above the winery, come to a stop just short of you, and then transform into Davian.
Good morning, Davian. I know.
Oh, good morning. How'd everyone sleep? Well, I hope.
You know, as well as you can in Barovia.
Ain't that the truth? Do you and your group have plans for the day, or?
I mean, I think we're finishing up here. It just doesn't seem like there's much more that other than to clean up. I'll have to talk with the rest of them and see.
Yes, most of what we have left is cleanup, but we have other work to do as well. Especially if we're going to assist you.
Yeah, we'll definitely need that. I think some here don't seem extremely intent on fighting Strahd, but it is entirely necessary, I think. And I think we'll need all the help we can get.
The creatures that attacked us, the druids, the one that they were sent here by, I know a little about her. Gather up your group and I will share what I know, and maybe it can be of some aid.
Okay. Yeah, we'll meet back here in just a little while. Then I'll go see what they're up to. And I'll
Thank
go
you.
walk off to find everybody.
Okay, he goes into the winery and the barrel storage room. Okay, you see Raylan as a wolf over there by a pretty good sized hole now after he dug it before he stopped digging. Um, Nikolai and Sazed have completed their rounds, and Dresley has thoroughly pummeled a scarecrow in her anger.
I'll say to Raylan as I walk past. Did you bury a bone there not too long ago?
I'll growl at him.
E-Train wants to talk to us.
I'll change the phone back and head over to.
Okay.
Get ready in action.
What are you readying it for?
Punch say.
Punch Sazed?
He stabbed me. in
When
the
you
chest.
see him? Oh,
Wow.
He stabbed me in the chest. I think it's justified. Don't want to shoot him with an arrow. Just... Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I need a mend fence.
you have negative strength?
I wouldn't do any damage.
I have negative intelligence.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Yeah, that's fair.
That explains a lot.
Oh.
Hanging out with
Okay, you
Now I
go
get
to
where the
gather
impulse control, lack of impulse control comes from.
you go to gather Nikolai and Sazed and Dresley as well then.
Raylan,
You
would
lost.
you mind? Go ahead.
I was just saying we lost him, I think.
Who?
Tem?
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah.
Raylan, would you mind going and, or do we have leftover deer? Did we eat a whole deer last night?
I assume you
much
would
do
have
you-
left.
How much do you eat,
well,
Arcady?
yeah, I don't know. When you think about how many people it went through and one of them being a werewolf, it's possible.
6 people and an
And also,
8-foot
how
tall
big was the
wolfman.
deer? That
If we have deer left, I'd like to make breakfast. If we don't have deer left, I would like to ask if Raylan would get us another one.
Let's see what. Dame. Damien? Which one of your kids' name is this guy?
It's not any of my
There's
kids.
Davian, there's Adria.
Damien.
The psychic
Adrian.
damage has obviously done more damage than we've realized.
I just couldn't remember the dude's name. Let's see what Davian wants, and then I can try to find something.
Okay, because I am hungry.
Okay, so you all make your way back into the winery then?
I'm gonna snack on a ration.
Did we find Dresley too?
Just a small snack.
Yeah, we found her, right?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, we did, I think.
Yeah, you said you found me with a pummeled scarecrow.
Dresley always breaking stuff.
Okay, you all make your way into the winery, and Davian is in there. As you come in, he says, I want to once again thank all of you. My winery still stands because of your actions, and you didn't have to, but you did, and that I appreciate. And I intend to repay it, in the only way I think I will be able to. I can give you information. The creature that sent these druids at us, her name is Baba Lasaga. She is a ancient hag that hides somewhere within the woods here in Barovia. Unfortunately, we do not know her precise location, as she has assaulted us before in the past and taken a lot from us, but has never done so much. We once grew many fields of grapes out here, and then she took, now, after this, everything. So we will have to find a way to make do without. We will clean up this winery, and then we will set out to find her. And then we will find you and tell you where she is.
If she dies, will the fields come back? Is she the reason that the fields are terrible, gray?
I wish it were so simple. It's something that she has taken from us. We were given these magical, well, not I. They were passed down by my ancestors. These magical gemstones that we buried within the earth, and they made the land fertile. It grew grapes in bounties, but she has taken them, all of them, now.
Oh yeah, we saw the residue.
Nikolai nods in agreement.
So how do you plan on tracking her down? If you don't know her precise location, are you just gonna run
Lie?
around until you find her? Fly around until you find her?
Hoping we can find some of her druids and hope and potentially follow them back to where she might be.
Said she took the gemstone, right?
Well, yes, if not her directly, but her minions, these blights, they've taken them from the ground.
Yeah, I think I know exactly where that was. Can we track the stones?
I do not have a way to track the stones.
As long as this Babala saga still exists, we can always just come and take them again if we do find them. They will not be safe
And
while she.
another reason that you will have to want to deal with her is that she feverishly protects Strahd.
How so?
And she targets us specifically because we oppose him.
Hmm.
Well, I'm on board then.
I mean, do you want me to fly? Is there something we can do to help you track her faster? Find her?
I think that this is something that we can handle for all of you. I'm sure that you have your own things that you need to handle, and he looks over towards Raylan momentarily. And your family to get back to. He looks over towards Dresley. We've been watching you since you've got here, and while you may not appreciate it, we've wanted to help you. It just isn't easy here. We
Do the
aren't the
right
only
thing
ones
rarely
watching
is.
you.
I mean,
Gradually, just
Strahd,
kind of
right?
look down.
Oh, I do believe he sees everything that he wants to see, and he has brought many, many souls in here to the mist before you. Every one of them is a game to him. He has great interest in these games.
Seems he chose the wrong playing pieces this time.
He nods, looks around at your group. You see a smile slightly break across his face. He rubs the scruff of his old white beard. I need to wake Adrian. We must get the others and prepare cleaning and find out where this hag has gone off to.
Okay.
I'm gonna look over at Nikolai. Nikolai, would it be okay if I get a few of those things we found at the old bone grinder?
What things?
There were some potions and that little gem.
I start digging in my scarf and pull out the green gem. This gem?
Yeah. Didn't you say that would be really good for planting?
As you produce this
Oh,
gem
yes.
out and say this gem, you see Davian's eyes light up and he says, "Oh, you've you've gotten one of them. How?
From the
Where
last
did you
hag we
find
killed.
this?"
Don't look at me, I don't remember.
From one of the other
found
hags
it.
that we killed.
Oh, that's right.
This-
We did kill a bunch.
You've saved us. You don't. This is amazing.
Or short term. Take care of the other hands. Just take them again.
You were breaking up a lot when you said whatever that was.
He said for the short term. The hag doesn't just take
Oh.
it again.
Yeah, sorry. I accidentally backed out of roll 20, so it's loading.
I'll pull out the 5 potions that I have, 4 potions that I have. Which potions were you wanting?
I was gonna see about getting the potion of heroism and the potion of wild growth, if no one else wanted them.
I will give her the potions.
Okay. You see Davian extending his hands, both of them gingerly out towards the gem. He says,
if
"May
we,
I?"
If we give him that gem, we won't be able to cultivate our barley fields back home.
I think it'll be better. It'll
We
give
can.
them a jump start on rebuilding their winery.
Well, I mean, maybe he can help us. It's not like we're home right now.
That's fair. Yeah, it's all yours. I don't need it. We don't need it.
I will place the gem in his hand respectfully, since it's clearly important to him.
Okay. As he takes it in both of his hands, he nods at you, back respectfully, and he wraps it up in a piece of his robe that he tears loose, and like a small baby almost, he clutches it to his chest, and rushes into the barrel storage room and says, Adrian, wake up! We have to get the box. Lock this up immediately." You see this raven hop off of a barrel and suddenly shift into a human and go, What?
And we were just carrying it around willy-nilly, not caring about it much.
Maybe he'll forgive me for tearing up his scarecrow.
No,
I
hopefully
think
doesn't
that's
ask
a
about it.
much bigger payment.
So if they've been watching, does that mean they know where Soros is?
He's in the Western Woods.
Maybe they
Tracked him down too, because they came at the same time we did.
know exactly. Well, maybe they know exactly where he is, and they can just tell us where we need to. You know, the woods can be a big place. If they know where in the woods, that would be good for you,
Yeah.
us. Also, I find it concerning that they know about
Our family.
the family. Yes.
We should talk to them. I mean, if they have eyes and ears everywhere to know all of these things, then that would be super useful to us.
Well, plus we're not there. If they know, I feel like other people know.
You know?
And that concerns me.
Can I ask Dresley to look at the map that she's drawn for us so far? AKA, I'm looking at the map from our handouts.
Yeah, I'll bring it out.
Good, because otherwise I was going to revoke his right to the handout.
Oh no.
Yes, Davian is the older one.
You can't do
Adrian
that.
is the younger one.
All right. So we're at the Wizard of Wines.
Yes.
So when I had the dream that told me where to go to find Soros and Carol, it was just Western, right?
As you focus and try to remember your dream, give me a history check with advantage. So you focus very hard to try and remember.
I realized that when I left, I had to reopen up my character sheet.
It's intelligence, right?
It is.
Don't worry, guys. I should have
He has advantage.
attuned to that before I went to bed or when I woke up this morning.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Ooh. The dream is really fuzzy, but you recall you were standing over a table, and on the table was a map almost similar to this one of Barovia stretched out in front of you. And you see a hand reaching out and pointing, tapping on one specific spot. And it looks like it's north somewhere of where you would currently be. but you can't pinpoint exactly where it would be north of you.
North is better than nothing.
After a couple of minutes, you see Davian come back out and notice that he's no longer holding the gem wrapped up or bundled with him, and Adrian leaves out from the other door of the winery.
Our map got so much clearer.
You said there was more of those gems?
Yes, there were two other ones, one of which was lost, I would say probably about 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
One of my fool sons on watch decided other things were more important, and it was taken right under his nose. And then the other one had come up missing during an attack, similar to this one, but not quite as severe, a few years later.
And the third?
And the third just this past week when we were attacked.
And which one is the one that we just gave you back?
I do not know how to tell the difference between them, but if I had to guess, this would most likely be one of the former two. If you've gotten it from the old bone grinder, you said.
I just wasn't sure if maybe they were like 3 different colors or something. Simple like that.
I do believe they all look exactly the same. I've
Did they taste
only
different?
ever seen one of them. I've never tasted them.
Oh.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, go ahead.
You said you've been watching us since we got here, correct?
Yes, not I directly, but us, the keepers of the feather, yes.
So around the same time, 2 werewolves showed up. Possibly not a werewolf, or anyway, 2 people showed up. One missing a leg, who showed up just before we did, or at the same time. Do you guys know anything about that? Them?
The only individuals that were reported to me about being new arrivals to the Mist were, at least when you had come through, was your group in front of the Dressed Manor.
Okay.
It is possible that these werewolves had come in through somewhere else that maybe we might not have been, maybe not seen.
Do you know of a pack of werewolves to the north?
Yes, there is a quite large den of werewolves up there to the north, just beyond Krezk in the mountains.
Beyond Krezk?
Yes. If you continue north through the woods, there's not much of a trail, for they don't need one, nor like to leave one. But if you are willing to make the trek, that is where you will find them. Their den is unmistakable, and you will know it when you see it.
Do you know anything about their leader?
I do not know much about the inner workings of their pack. I know that they are aggressive, often very dangerous to the citizens, but that has changed and might go back to being how it was now, due to extenuating circumstances. And he looks around at your group.
How exactly were they before?
They would like to aggressively threaten individuals openly on the roads and attack the walls of Volaki or Krezk, or even venture into Barovia if some had gotten so bold to travel. But someone, a specific individual that your group has encountered, and I believe she is now expired, had seemed to keep a very tight rein upon them.
Lashir.
At least it is our understanding, from what we have learned about them, is that they did have interaction with her and they were not fans of her work.
Neither were we.
Something will have to be done. They'll go back to their old ways.
It is possible, but Lashira has been here for a little while now.
Was.
Was, yes. Braylon, you notice an actual look of sadness cross over his face as he says was. Just for a moment, but it's definitely there.
Did you know her?
He looks up. Her group had wandered into the mists when I was younger. Things did not go well for them. And I had been warned against trying to help them.
By
I
whom?
did not listen. By my own father. It's old, ancient history at this point anyway. As was the story many times before. Strahd was the victor, and I hope for that not to happen again, so I will learn from my mistakes and do what I can to aid you.
Something that's been kind of hard to come by is information. If you have, if the keepers of the feather have, eyes and ears everywhere, is there any way we can get a hold of you easier? I know Sazed could reach out to you from long distance, find things out. Is there a better way to get a hold of you? Or to even
If
find other keepers of the Raven? Or keepers of the Feather?
We have
If
a
you
code
were-
word.
all of the keepers of the feather are aware of who you are, it's kind of impossible for them not to at this point. And I will make sure that the word travels among them that we are helping you as you had helped us. Our numbers are not as large as they had been in the past, but we do have quite a range. If you do need assistance or need to reach out to us, we do have agents at all of the three main towns, and as well as the pass leading up to Castle Ravenloft. Do not have anyone within the castle. It is far too dangerous.
We do keep seeing ravens everywhere we go, staring at us weird.
Yeah, do all the Ravens work for you? Or do they work for Strahd? Do they work for the Raven Queen? Who? Are they just animals?
That is
Most of
so
them.
offensive.
Most of them are simply animals, but some of us are able to speak with them, and they are pretty good at carrying information. They won't be much help if you need an ally, but they might be able to take a message.
Okay.
Some of them are not animals, though. They are a member, and they will help you if they're able. But I do not believe that any of them answer to Strahd.
You had
However,
mentioned,
go ahead.
you had mentioned people watching us. Um, I know Strahd's probably got eyes and ears everywhere. Always seems to know where we are. And then there's the Keepers of the Feather. Are you aware of anyone else?
I can't think of anyone directly that I could point out other than potentially this hag, Baba Lysaga, may have interest in you, especially if after your actions at the old bone grinder.
Oh yeah, she's probably not happy.
From what we have learned, those three were her daughters,
Oh.
and while they are not often attached by the same emotional ties that most others would, hags find an investment in their children. The power and time that they put into them, they like to see a return.
Oh, even took her grandchildren then.
Apparently, so do vampires. Well, what do you think? A few days and maybe you'll have some info? I can contact you maybe 3 days from now?
I will send a messenger as soon as I do have information. If I have not sent word to you by 3 days, then yes, of course, please do contact me and I will let you know.
Wonderful. Well, going to start getting ready for the trip to Krezk.
I'm gonna show him the map that I've been working on and ask him if he can kind of mark where the wolf's den is on the map.
Okay.
So we have something to guide us kind of in that direction.
Okay. Give me a charisma check.
Yes.
Charisma. Charisma 9. Okay. As he looks over your map, he takes his hand, kind of trying to judge distance based off of your map, and looking up there, he says, "Hold on, I gotta look at the map so I can kind of describe this better." Up where the map forks and there's that bridge that crosses, he says, if you go up here off to the west, you'll see Krezk. North of that, there's some old tower or something, and then but if you go off onto the left or the east side of Krezk and around that lake that's up there, you should find a pretty manageable path to get up into the mountains, and you'll see the den. A very large wolf's head marks the entrance.
Okay.
Real one?
No, it is
Is it
carved into
carved?
the stone.
I'll kind of lightly pencil in things to have like a path of where he's going. There is also a road that forked off with the one that brought us to the winery. Do you know where that goes?
Yes, it is. Sorry, I wasn't holding my push to talk button down. That is Zolenka Pass. It goes down to. Oh wait, no, that's not the right road. Sorry.
Oh my god.
The road that goes south here ends in Yester Hill. It is it's an old, ancient hilltop. Large tree grows there. It's mostly a cemetery. It has not been used in centuries, though. Oh, you're welcome.
Alright, go get Nico ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to check on the horses.
Can I
Eventually.
follow Sazed?
Okay.
I would like to make food.
Oh, I'm dropping things.
Is anybody else hungry?
I'm
I'll help you.
hungry.
Can I ask Adrian and Davian, do you guys eat meat? I'm really I've been really just feeling these seeds lately. I don't know, these nuts and berries. I don't know if I don't know what's happening here. Ever since I've changed, I've been
Well, we do like to have variety in our diet. We do eat meat, but I do enjoy a good legume on occasion.
Oh my god.
just curious. Okay.
Nikolai, you were
Legume.
able to use some of the remaining deer from last night to make some breakfast steaks, kind of steaks.
Good, because I'm hungry.
I went out there to help him, but I'm really not helping him. I'm filling in parts of my mouth.
I love breakfast steak.
I would like to add some taters from my bag of assorted vegetables.
Okay.
If we're sitting around waiting to eat, I want to talk to them also about. I just want to say to Davian and Adrian, what does it mean to be a keeper of the feather? I'm assuming because I'm a were-raven, I'm not automatically inducted into your society.
Davian's the only one there. Adrian has
Oh.
already left off, but Davian says, "Well, usually it is. It's just individuals who are members of the families that have always been keepers of the feather. I guess if we were to induct an outside member, we would have some sort of test that we would put them through. It's never come up before, but might be something we could discuss if it's something you're interested in."
Yeah, I think I think so. I've rarely been a part of, kind of an organization bigger than myself. I've been kind of solo until I've met everyone here. But if that is, something that is available, then I'd certainly like to try.
Yeah, I think it might be possible. You see a little smile kind of crack in his serious face. Yeah, I think it's something we might be able. I'll have more information on that when I find out more about this hag.
Okay. I look forward to it.
Can I talk to Sazin?
Yeah, sure. I go ahead. If Raylan, you approach Sazid, he's getting Nagel ready.
Do you have a moment?
I do.
Oh, I just wanted to apologize. I made a decision that should have been for everyone. And I know that apology doesn't get those children back.
This is not.
But I promise I will help you get them away from him. Even if I don't believe that going back to the village is their best option.
I don't know what's their best option. And that is why me and Nikolai were even discussing it. Trying to find an option. Because we realized they couldn't stay in the village here.
Yeah. I
This
may
is the
have,
biggest problem to me is that I was like those kids once. I was feared in my town when they found out what I was, and I was not the same as everyone else. And I was run out of my town for being different. My parents were even killed for trying to defend me. I can see myself in those children. They were run out of their homes and just given up to somebody else.
well, I can also see myself in those children. I spent many years thinking that I single-handedly annihilated an entire village. And perhaps it was all Carol. Perhaps that's just my own mind trying to justify what happened. I won't know until we find him.
I
But
accept.
if they were to be something less than human and, hurt someone, I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
I don't think anybody would wish that. You can't judge somebody just for what you think they will or will not do. They're not a monster until they do something to earn that title. I accept your apology, and what's done is done.
I just would like us to continue to working together. We're doing some good here, even if I don't necessarily see us as Barovius champions like Tem does.
Everybody has their own views on what we are or are not. As for a cohesive group, though, I do not think we are. Not anymore, at least. We all have our own goals. Some seem more important than others.
Well, thank you for listening to me.
I nod at him and continue.
I walk away.
Okay. Nikolai, as you finish cooking up those potatoes and the bits of meat that you were able to salvage from the deer last night, give me a check with your cook's utensils, which you can use intelligence for the modifier, because cooking.
Ooh.
Pretty
You
sure
make
my
a-
cooking is cursed.
You make a acceptable meal. It is not. It is by no means the most delicious thing you've made, but it is pretty good for leftover deer. And
Barely
some
above
potatoes.
average.
Yes, barely above average.
That's all right. I'm hungry.
Bond, give me an animal handling check as you are getting the rest of the horses and the carriage ready.
Big money, no whammy.
No.
Every fucking time. Every time.
When I hear the horses freaking out, I go over there and try to assist.
Sure, you can, as you rush over there, seeing the horses panicking and freaking out. You see your horse specifically, Cloud, rear back its foot.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God, really?
And hit the other horse.
No.
I'm not
I
getting
can't,
kicked
yes,
in the head today.
and he kicks the horse that Tem had purchased, causing a lot of commotion over there. And as you get over there, you yell for Bond to remember what you had taught him. Bond, give me another animal handling check to see if this one goes better.
I'm a little scared.
Hey.
Okay, you do manage to calm the horses after this chaos. He didn't take the full 10 damage. Bond wasn't going to take the full 10 damage.
I mean, I would have
Just got
uncanny
kicked in
dodge
the
the
chest.
hoof.
We're over there talking. You just hear, settle down, brother.
I don't know what you guys are getting at.
As you calm the horses, you manage to get them into their spots in the carriage, bribing them with bits of different greenery that you found around the carriage growing. They eat it, calm down. You manage to get them all strapped in.
Oh man, this is never gonna get easy. These things hate me. I'm sorry, I don't know what I've done to you, horses.
See?
It's just because you're not wearing assless chaps.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's what.
Is that what Raylan's doing?
Yeah.
Ah, makes sense now.
Gotta have room. Gotta have room for that tail.
That's why he hangs out in the stables. He doesn't want us to see him in them.
That's why he's on top of the carriage. He likes that breeze.
Nice gentle
my
breeze.
That makes perfect sense. Just loves
Alright.
the breeze.
Are we heading for Krezk then?
After you eat this breakfast.
Oh yeah.
So
Or we
that's
can
like-
eat it on the road. I mean, it's ready.
I will eat.
I mean, ready to eat.
Okay, so does everyone sit down to eat breakfast before you leave, or?
If I smell food, I will go eat too.
Okay, yeah. You see them over there sitting by this fire Nikolai had thrown together, Dresley sketching over her map, Nikolai starting to eat his food, Raylan has sit over, and Bond have joined as well. You see Davian leaving out from the winery. He looks over towards your group and gives another nod before turning into a raven and flying off towards the woods where You had seen his campsite earlier.
I think this could use more salt, Nikolai.
Noted.
Thank you for the meal, though.
You're welcome.
You know how to dry meat.
Technically I do, yes.
Could we dry some out?
With
just in case?
fire!
Oh my god. Should we dry some out just in case? Back on the road, even?
It would take several days.
Days? Oh my gosh. Never mind then. What if you add a little extra heat, though? Can you shorten that time? By like a lot.
I mean, we could preserve the food with more salt.
That's fair. Okay.
But we can.
He did say one more salt.
I can try and think of a way to keep meat or other stuff preserved.
What happens when you put stuff in your scarf bag?
There's no
Where does
oxygen
that
there,
stuff go?
so, right? So it's good.
I don't know where it goes. It's another dimension.
You put your head in and find out.
I put my head in the scarf and I see only darkness.
No.
Yeah, you see only darkness.
Turns out the scarf's a mimic and bite your head off.
Actually,
could-
as you try to put your head into the scarf, you cannot go into the scarf. It seems almost as if the hole is like closed up. You're unable to put your head into it.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. I have an idea. I pull Ox out of the hat.
Okay.
Let's see if Ox can go through.
Oh, this isn't gonna end well.
I
tell
put
to
Ox
go
in
through
my
the hat,
scarf.
and I go through
Okay.
his eyes.
As you try to put him into it, it seems as if the space that creates the hole is just blocked off as you try to like push him in. It's like a mesh netting almost. It feels like as you try to push him through. It seems as if he just will not enter into it. Give me an Arcana check, Nikolai.
Okay, 1 second. My hands are full.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We need
Full
10
of,
more
full of
experiments
squirrels.
to find out that it's not non-human, not alive things.
Hold on, I got a squirrel in one hand and a potato in the other. I got no room for dice.
Arcana.
Oh.
Okay. You would be able to ascertain from this that living creatures are unable to enter into the scarf.
Damn. Wow.
So what are you thinking? Well, I'll try and put some of the deer meat into the scarf.
Okay. It slides in easily.
Take it back out in a week, see if it's changed.
Okay. I will leave the deer meat in my scarf.
Okay. And remember it in a week.
I have no promises. So are you thinking the scarf kind of acts like a gentle repose? Sazen?
I was not thinking that. Raylan might have been thinking that.
I mean, Raylan?
I
What if we-
also don't exactly know what that means.
I'm so confused. Who asked me about this in the first place now?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I just wasn't sure how magical planes of existence works, and maybe there's frozen in time. Put the coins on it.
On the meat?
When he said general repose, I was like, coins.
Maybe we could use the coins?
Maybe,
maybe
if
we could
killed the
maybe we
deer,
could create a box,
Oh no.
coins mounted to the box. I don't know, something.
I mean,
But this is above my pay grade.
we could also just continue every couple days from me.
I like the salt idea better. Just put salt on. I play
We'll
around
have to
with
get
Ox
some
for another
salt.
minute while he's still here.
Okay.
We'll have to get some. The next time we're in town, we'll get some spices because I don't have any spices.
Can we not find those in the woods?
Find.
Just look for bundles of purple herbs.
Drop. Chance.
Okay, so is everyone finishes their meal? Are you all loading up into the carriage, or
I think I'm the only one that still needs the carriage, right? At this point.
Right on top.
No. Carriage
sit up
is the
front
most
with
important
Bond.
thing ever.
I think. Oh,
I appreciate
What happened to Oseas?
you are. Yeah, I think you're clear to summon Oseus back to you if you want. I did speak with him, and he mentioned that they saved him, or her. They saved the fish lady.
Did they?
Yes, I spoke with Saved.
Oh, nice.
He said to come visit him south of Valaki, his camp.
Same camp then.
Oh.
Oh wait, was it? We just never
This
this
saw
is a
them.
different camp than the camp
South of
you'd been
Milwaukee?
to
Okay,
before?
Yeah.
The camp you had been to before was east of Valaki.
Oh,
Yes, it was south of Ravenloft.
right. Yeah, south of the West Gate, south of Ravenloft Gates.
Yeah,
I
by the
see.
Sarah pool, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so they have another camp. Well, that's good then. That's cool.
So who all has horses now?
We still have the
Oh.
same 4 horses.
Just says it and
We forgot her name.
Presley. What horses? I'm looking right at it right now.
Wait, don't I have a horse still?
I thought
Yeah,
we were-
attached to the carriage, yes.
Your horse and my horse are on the carriage.
Right. Yes.
For some reason, I thought we were up to 5 horses, and I don't know why.
Well, I
Someone
mean, I
wants-
could turn into wolf and run.
Kind of what you normally do, don't you?
I think I can summon the
Well, you
that
stay on top of the carriage.
magical
Oh.
horse too.
Yeah, I think it's the magic horse.
Oh. Yo, you didn't get the flaming horse. The nightmare.
I have not tried it yet.
You should try it. Let's go outside and try it.
Right now, but what if we need it later? I think it does last for like a full day.
How often can you do it? How often can you call it?
I think once a day.
Oh, I think you should try it. If we're gonna leave, let's try it.
I hop into the wagon while they're doing their thing.
Can you imagine how we're gonna look rolling through Barovia on a nightmare in a black carriage? They're really gonna think we're
I don't
Strahd.
think we want to do that. Yeah.
What's still gonna be awesome? What are you talking about?
What's the worst that could happen?
You know, as we grow in strength, Strahd is gonna start to get worried, and if we put on a good show of it, hey, maybe we'll sway some other people into joining our cause.
You just want to ride the nightmare, don't you?
I mean, just for a minute.
All right.
Ah,
I will
law comes out.
clash the spurs together outside, obviously,
Okay,
and
yes.
summon the nightmare.
Okay.
It is once a
as
day,
you,
right?
it says
I would be aware
it
of that,
remains-
identifying it,
it remains for 1 day
or until it dies.
or until
we
it
dismiss
dies.
Says if it dies, it reforms and I can summon again. So I can only summon it if it dies? Or I can just resummon it again the next day.
Or if you dismiss it, you can resummon it.
Okay.
It's only if it dies that it
It has a weight
it
limit of
has a
24
limitation
hours.
on it. Yeah.
I summon it.
Okay. As you clash your spurs together, you see just about 10 feet off from you, the ground starts to shake. And
God,
then
what
it
have you done?
cracks and splinters, and then about a 10-foot diameter hole forms as flames start to fly out of it, and this flaming horse leaps into the air out of the hole before it makes a long sweeping circle. The ground starts to close up, and you hear these terrifying screams from it, or from the within the hole somewhere deep within, as it closes back, and then the nightmare lands on the spot where the hole had closed, and then looks at you.
Oh my.
I don't think you should have done that.
You were the one that told me to do it.
done that.
Oh,
That sounded
Well-
real bad.
A little late now.
he is beautiful though, isn't he? I think he needs a name. You shall be known as Aristotle.
He stomps his hoof and snorts as flame shoots out of his nostrils.
I think he
Oh my,
likes it.
that's dangerous.
Nikolai is even more visibly jealous.
Well, Aristotle, would you give our friends here a ride?
The nightmare leans its head down over towards Tem.
I will get on.
Okay. It seems almost as if the armor on his back is fit like a saddle, and conforms very well when you sit on it.
Ooh. Comfy. Is it warm? Is it like warm on this thing? Because he's like
Yes,
on
it's
fire, right?
fairly warm. The flames don't seem to be hot like fire. They're not hurting you, but he is visibly warmer than average. It's pretty warm.
Nice. Well, I'll tell it to go.
Okay, he takes off straight into the air, rocketing at quite a pace, honestly, in large circles around the winery, sweeping down over the fields and just over the edges of treetops. You see some of the leaves on the trees start to catch just a little bit as he passes by, shriveling up from the heat and turning to ash. And after about a minute or two, he lands back.
That is really cool.
That was awesome.
Well, that can get us where we need to go very quickly. Ooh.
I mean, does it look stronger than our other horses?
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, he's on fire.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know that, but like, does he look like he carry like 3 people instead of
Oh.
like the other mangy horse that can is for like a little bit?
Wow.
Wow! I tell him to kick him off.
I don't know, with as many carrots as Sazed gives
Yeah!
Nagel, I think that he's probably getting in good shape now.
And I treat those animals very well, thank you very much. They
I
just
put
don't like
him.
me.
I put his character sheet in your stable. Says it. Yes, he does look quite muscular as you look at him. He might be capable
Oh my god.
of carrying 2 people.
18 strength. Yeah.
It would be he might not move as fast, but he could probably carry 2 people.
Oh, normal horse has 18 strength. Nagel has 18 strength.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The horses are kind of just strong.
Yeah.
He does look significantly more muscular, and definitely more terrifying.
Hold on, one more thing I want to try. I tell him to take me and Tem and Nikolai to the ethereal plane.
Nikolai's in the carriage.
I tell him to take me and Tam to the ethereal plane. To the Nikolai plane, to the ethereal plane.
Nikolai plane. Wow.
Nikolai plane.
Nikolai plane. Wow.
It's just a place full of food.
And fire.
Nice.
Food and fire.
Okay. As you say this, the flames blaze suddenly over him, and then you see them seem to wrap you and Tem from your feet up, and as they go over you, the flames change suddenly from this bright red color to this dim gray light, and you see everything around you in this very shadowy, swirled, monotoned colored version of itself. Everything looks to be moving aggressively, as if pushed by some sort of wind in an upward draft away from the earth.
I don't really know how this plane works. Might not be safe.
Do I know anything about the ethereal plane?
You have never heard of the ethereal plane, I don't believe.
I didn't think so.
Is there anything? Does it look like there's anything dangerous?
Why are we
around?
here?
That's just
Give me a
wanted to try
perception
it.
check, says it.
Ooh, 7.
You do see some things off in the distance in the woods. They have a faint blue glow to them. You're not sure exactly what it is,
Oh, we can see around us. Yeah.
but you can see there appear to be several of these like kind of glowing blue shapes farther off into the woods at a distance.
Oh,
Can you see what those are, Tom?
I can see pretty far. So, am I able to see what those are? I can see
They
what
look
I mean.
they look like sort of humanoid shapes. They don't appear to be approaching or walking in your direction, just meandering about through the woods.
Ooh, we should go see what that is.
Keep your eyes on them real quick, and I will cancel the ethereal stride.
Okay. As you see almost the reverse happen of this flame going from your head down, changing from gray to a bright, vibrant red as you return back to the material plane. You do not see these figures anymore.
What direction were they in, though?
That way.
They were in almost all directions around. Just around in the woods.
Well, that was weird.
We should go check those out and see what
could
that
be
was.
helpful. I don't know if they were just creatures or... Nikolai!
Yes.
Do you know anything about the ethereal plane?
Would I know anything about the ethereal plane in all of my readings?
Give me a history check.
We should go find a book.
You would know that it's attached to the other planes of existence, sort of like a place where spirits might interact with the other plane that it's attached to, and rather than it being its own plane of existence, it's sort of like a border between the afterlife and a regular plane of existence.
So it's like a plane between planes?
Sort of, yes.
Does it connect all the planes?
Not according to anything you've read before.
Could you guys see us when we just did that?
They could not see you. No, you could not see them. They disappeared for about a minute.
I saw you turn into a ball of fire
That could be
and then
useful.
disappear. And I'm pretty upset about it.
Would you like to do it too?
Your lifelong dream.
Well, of course.
Do you have to be
course I
sitting
wanna
on the
do it.
horse for that to happen?
No, we were standing. I was standing around.
Yeah,
Oh.
Sazed was just standing nearby.
So if we're all touching the horse,
It can
we
only
can
be up to
all
the three of
shift.
us.
Oh. Still
But it
useful.
could be
Super
useful, yeah.
I wonder if you can use it to move
Can you get stuck there?
faster. Did you guys move at all?
No. We saw some weird figures and we kind of panicked and left.
Like, I wonder if it's like a kind of like a. I wonder if Misty Step is connected to it.
Oh, maybe we can find a book on the ethereal plane at Krezk.
We should. We should look if there are books.
I knew you would like that idea.
Raylan, you said you wanted to hold Dresley back as everyone went outside?
I've already spoken with Dresden.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Thank you, though.
Well, would you like to ride Aristotle?
Me?
Well, I mean, anybody that wants to, I guess.
Yeah, I want to.
I'd rather not touch the horse. Something tells me I should stay
I
away
like that
from
name.
animals.
I'll hop on the horse and take it for a little ride.
Okay. It flies off from the ground. Even as it gets close to the ground, you see it only hover just a little bit above the ground. Its hooves never actually touching the earth itself, other than when it finally does land. As it flies around, you notice it moving at a very intense pace, much faster than you were going ever in the carriage before. And it's a little jarring to move at that speed, but it is quite exhilarating as well.
I like it. Can I urge it to go faster?
You see it as you urge it to go faster, it gives out a short burst of speed, a little bit faster than normal, making everything around you completely a blur, unrecognizable. And after a moment, it stops again before landing in front of the winery.
Holy crap,
His
that's
hair is
fast.
standing up. His beard.
Nikolai's hair looks even more wild than usual.
Say that I like it.
I meant like ride it on the way to Krezk, but your rides are good too. But remember, Aristotle's a being too, not just a tool.
I wonder if he eats.
Hopes and dreams.
Do you eat any
Oh.
food, Aristotle?
You see him shake his head to the left and right, kind of like almost as if he's saying no.
Oh, and he
And,
can understand us too.
Oh, he's quite intelligent.
He lifts his head back and shoots out a gout of flame into the air.
I did not know he could do that.
Oh, I like that too. I'll do a burning hands into the air.
This prompts him to rear back on his back legs and then shoot another one into the air as Nikolai bursts a jet of flame upward as well.
I do a little dance.
All right, it's not the
Get back in the
competition.
carriage.
Well, if anyone wants to ride Aristotle to Krezk,
I think I'll ride in the carriage.
I'll ride him to Krezk. If I get back out of the carriage and wonder why I keep getting into this damn carriage.
Wow.
He was just looking out through the carriage window and he
While he
heard Sazin
leaves.
say that. He was like,
I've
what?
got I've got those extra large puppy dog eyes just peeking over the top of the window.
Well, at least we got the carriage.
I mean, there are still people that need to ride it, I guess.
Yeah, like me.
Thames in there, and Raylan will be on top, brooding.
It's more of a sign, you know, like our carriage.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, shall we get going then?
Sure.
Ready.
Oh, Krezk, I
Burning
spoke
the
to
day.
Naja too. She said she's safe and okay in Krezk, right? She was in Krezk, killing with
Yeah, Krezk.
Octavio.
Yes.
Yeah. But they made it fine to Krezk. If anybody else
Oh,
has...
sorry, I spaced out for a moment. Thank you for checking in on her.
I had a couple spell slots extra. If anybody else ever needs me to check in on anybody, if I have the ability to, I will. Otto and Talia are doing good too. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that. But, what's his name? Not Lucian, that's the pastor guy.
I think you told us about Victor moving in when we
Victor!
camped. When we camped
Oh, right, yeah.
outside of Argenvost.
Yeah, they're doing fine too. I think. Don't think the dog likes the cats, so.
Maybe he'll get used to it.
How's that spell coming along, Nikolai? We can go back and see him sometime soon.
What spell?
Weren't you working on the ability to use the circles to go back and forth?
Oh, I'm not quite there yet. I'm not strong enough. I just can't do it, man.
That's okay. We can help work on it when you get the moment.
Yeah, I gotta get stronger.
As you're sitting out
Jason.
here outside the winery, you hear the sound of horse hooves trotting up from the road just off to the northeast that you had come down. As you look over there, you see a silhouette of a horse, and as it moves out from the shade of the trees, you recognize it to be Dresley's horse, Oseus.
That was quick.
I'll go over, meet him.
Okay. He rubs his head up against you as you approach him, and then he stands there next to you.
I'm gonna look him over and make sure he's okay.
His hair is braided.
Yeah.
He's got some new tattoos.
Oh, did he have magic?
Ask him if he's been able to remember anything from carrying the elf.
As you are looking him over and you ask him this, he turns in a direction off towards the east and kind of shakes his head off in that direction. You see what appear to be a couple of bite marks along his flank, like he's probably been attacked by something, but it doesn't appear to be severely damaging, mostly just scratches as if he continued to run by as it lashed out at him.
Oh, my. Thing we sent the stronger horse.
Might not have expected another horse to come back, though,
Yeah.
on its own. Oh gosh, what did I just do? Okay, is anyone doing anything else before they load up and head off towards Krezk?
I'm just gonna climb on top of the carriage.
I cleaned up this morning's mess because I'm not an asshole.
Okay.
Leaving a campfire in their front yard.
Nope. Let it burn.
Wow,
host-
Bond,
the host
what
was
the
a dick.
heck?
The host was a dick.
That's what that worm in your head said. As you load up into the carriage or your individual horses and start to journey on the road towards Krezk, that is where we are going to take a break. Okay, you head north along the winding road, the trees once again closing in around you, close to the edges of the road, as has been throughout the majority of your travels through Barovia. You once again, after a few hours, get back onto a more packed-in road and see the bridge off to the northwest, crossing over a river. As you start to go over the bridge, you look off to the north and see the river runs from this very large lake that wraps around a crooked-looking tower. It starts to near noon at about this point in your journey. Is there anything that anyone is doing through this portion of the trip?
I would probably be looking out for that creature that was following us that one time.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Better? 22.
I would also be keeping an eye out while we hop from on top of the carriage.
Okay, you can also give me a perception check.
Perception.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know why that went twice. I guess the same number.
Okay, sorry, I am back. As you were traveling along, Sazed, you sitting atop Nagel, and Raylan riding on top of the carriage, there are a couple of instances as you're traveling where out of your peripheral vision you see what appears to be a shift in movement almost, but as you try to focus your attention, you can't pinpoint exactly what it is or where it is, and all you see is just thick rows of trees. And this occurs probably 2 or 3 separate times for each of you, but there's nothing that stands out, and you attribute it to shadows or your eyes playing tricks on you.
Nikolai. Oh wait, I think it's just shadows in my eyes.
It looks to both of you, it just looks like shadows, but not
Ooh, you
like
scared me.
moving creatures or anything.
Nikolai, come over here for a second?
I will canter over.
Okay.
I'm gonna like point out the
And lean
general
in.
direction I've seen these shadows in, and tell me if he sees anything in the ethereal plane.
Okay.
And I will have Aristotle take him into the ethereal plane.
Okay, just him?
You know what? I better go too. Wait, can I take? It says creatures, right?
It does say
You're the
creatures.
creature.
Well, I'll take me and Angel too then.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Um,
I was just
as
thinking
this-
about that, how to bring him back too.
As this flame engulfs you, both and the horses you are riding on, and this sudden shift of color overtakes your vision, well, lack of color, as it's almost drained from the world around you, and it appears as if everything is kind of shifting, the trees beyond you. You do see, off in the distance, it looks as if one of the trees is sitting almost tilted off to the side at a 45-degree angle. You don't recall a tree looking like this. It moves like the other trees with this this gradient, as if it's almost being pulled away from the earth.
How far is it?
Probably about 60 to 70 feet off into the woods.
But we can see it clearly.
Yes.
It's a tree that's just bent weird.
It's just a
Exploratory
tree that
firebolt.
is just a... Okay. As you shoot your firebolt out, it weaves past a couple of the trees in the way towards it, and then connects with one, but it seems to pass straight through that tree, and then every other tree in transit to it, before it dissipates.
Don't think we can affect things in the material plane. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's as it seems, I mean. But that tree does look weird, right?
Yes, this place is fascinating, and that tree looks very weird.
Is there anything else around other than that tree?
Um,
Anything weird?
with your, I'll use your still perception check. Doesn't seem like anything is strange. You do see a couple of blurred images flying overhead. They seem to be traveling through the air, and it takes your eyes a moment to recognize that those are birds.
Keep your eye on the tree again as we shift back. And we'll go back.
Okay. As you are brought back to this still very dull gray world, but not devoid of color, you see what appears to be a log knocked over to the side. You don't recall it having been shifted before you had transferred to that plane.
That is weird. Don't understand.
Raylan, as
Often-
you are looking from atop the carriage, you have seen no movement other than them disappearing and then reappearing.
Okay. I will just keep an arrow knocked.
Okay.
Did I see them do this? Kind of disappear and reappear?
Yes. They were engulfed in flames and then seemed to reappear in a ball of flame.
Oh, okay. Do you guys see anything cool? What'd you guys do that for?
There's something. We can see a little easier in the ethereal plane, it seems. I don't know a lot about it yet, but there was something weird with that tree. But there's now a log, you said, that's bent over?
It looks like it's a fallen tree that was kind of just tilting over, and it's resting up against the side of another tree now.
Bon, do you
That's
think you can
about
hit that from
60
here?
to 70 feet off.
What was that?
Do you think you can hit that with a knife from here?
Say
That
60 or
tree.
70 feet off? I mean, I'll have to move in a little bit, but within 60 feet, I'll gladly throw a knife at it.
Okay, you get off from the carriage and go down to the edge of the road.
Yep. And ask him one more time exactly, like, have him, like, I guess narrow it down so,
That weird,
yeah, that tree that's in that forest over there?
the weird one that looks bent over or knocked over almost.
Do I see
Okay.
said tree?
Yeah, yes, you can see said tree off to the side as he points out this very specific bent or tilted over tree.
Okay. Well, look at it and then huck a knife over at it. See what happens.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack. Okay, your dagger flies forward and strikes into the trunk of this tree, and as it does, you feel this connection, a thud with this this solid object, but you don't feel anything transferred into it like you would when you hit any normal piece of wood.
Gotcha.
Oh, so it doesn't
Um,
seem like a normal tree.
No, it does seem like a normal tree when he strikes it.
Yeah, I think that's some type of crazy creature over there. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't think
Something smell weirder in the area?
I don't think he's I think he's being sarcastic.
No, it's just a tree. So what are you guys looking for?
Maybe
special
we're just
kind of
chasing
tree?
shadows. I thought I saw something moving.
Okay.
That creature that was following us.
Actually, I think last session I might have seen it too. Anyhow,
Oh, on our way
onwards
then.
and upwards, I guess.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
yeah, I was gonna get coconuts too. Shit.
No.
Some nice hooves padding around.
Is there any weird smells in the area?
Using that same perception check, no, other than the ravens flying overhead, you don't smell any other wildlife actually at all in the area.
Okay.
I look up at the birds. They're just normal birds.
They look like two blackbirds flying side by side.
Damn raven. Well, onwards then.
Onwards and upwards.
Okay.
Burning
You
the crucial daylight hours.
continue along on your journey down the road, winding west.
Okay.
And for the next several hours, you travel very quietly, a very calm, but sort of unsettling air because of how quiet everything is as you make your journey It feels almost as if the trees start to close in closer and closer on the edges of the road as you get further and further west, and you can see the sun passing overhead, starting to get towards the dusk hours, and the road seems almost unbearably taken over by the amount of forest around you as you see it start to open up ahead and look off to your north. You begin to see, or you see what appears to be a town.
Is it a
As
random?
Sorry.
Oh no, I was
As
just gonna ask if it's a town we've been to or a new
No.
town.
This
Okay,
is a new town.
gotcha.
As the road branches north and climbs a rocky escarpment, ending at a gatehouse built into a 20-foot high wall of stone, reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. The wall encloses a settlement on the side of a snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall, you see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin white wisps of smoke. The somber toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting, a welcome change from the deathly silence and oppressive fog to which you have grown accustomed. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that lead up from the walled settlement to the abbey. Oh, I don't have your tokens here. Hold on. My apologies.
Apology accept.
Oh, your characters are so big on this map.
So she said.
As we like go up to it and we can see it, says it. I think Madame Eva told us about this place too.
I recall the tarot deck reading. This is the last one.
No, this is something about knowledge.
Are you
It's
asking
the
me?
first one.
The knowledge. How does this one fit with that?
I'm trying to think of like how much Dressley would really remember. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. Look to the west, find water aglow with the light of the sun hidden behind the walls of man. So maybe we'll be able to find out a weakness.
Ah, this was the walls. This Krezk is known for his walls. Find water aglow with the light of the sun. What does that mean?
No idea.
That is what we
Oh.
came here to look for, wasn't it? Knowledge of Strahd,
Yeah.
of the ancients?
Rictavio said that he heard of a book.
Yes.
Well, maybe he's found out more about it then.
Or we are going to be the ones to find out more about it for him.
I think that's likely. But hopefully he has some good leads. He's been here for a couple days. You know, we took a detour.
Well, through the walls of man, then. Should probably get rid of the scary nightmare horse.
I mean,
I can summon him back later, if you would like.
I hop off the horse.
Okay.
Alright, Aristotle, go give him hell wherever you came from, or something. And then I'll dismiss him.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled a
As you-
die and it's a man. Horse.
As you say this and wave your hand, you feel the spurs heat up at your heels, and the ground in front of your feet cracks and splinters. This fire shoots up from it, and Aristotle walks towards it, looks at you, looks down, and then just dives down into this large hole as the flames engulf it, and then it closes quickly behind him.
It seemed like he did not want to go.
that was a little violent.
Yes, we should definitely not do that around people.
I don't know if you should do that. Something about it just feels wrong.
How so?
I don't know. Those screams are unsettling.
Is it because it's called Nightmare?
It's a... Yeah, it is not a normal horse. For sure.
Yeah, I think you're putting it a little light.
It's not a
Even for you, says it. That's
Seems okay. He hasn't done anything wrong as long as we've held him. What he does in the world he comes from, I don't know. But he seems under control when he's here. Maybe those screams are just his way of expressing joy of coming to us, or sadness of leaving.
maybe it's like sadness that he's coming here, and then sadness that he's being sent away. Maybe it's maybe it's
you
all
didn't
bad.
see his look there. He looked like he did not want to go.
Maybe we should talk to Rictavio. Maybe Rictavio knows something about nightmares, and maybe there's something we can find out. Because
How would Rictavio know about this nightmare horse that this headless knight had?
I don't know.
We can just ask Strahd.
We could just no.
Continuing
Yes.
your journey, Nikolai getting into the carriage.
Yep.
Okay. You continue your trip up towards the gates. As you approach the gates, you see 4 guards posted outside. You see 2 square towers with peaked roofs flank a stoned archway. There is set a pair of 12-foot tall iron-bound wooden doors. Carved into the arch above the doors is a name, Krezk. I'll spell that without the H.
888.
The walls that extend from the gatehouse are 20 feet high, and atop the parapet you see 4 figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears. You can't make out their features, as the light is not on their faces, but they stand there staring down at you.
Do they look friendly?
They're guards, so no.
Damn it. Alright, someone else do the talking.
They're guards in those big feathery hat or fur hats. He can't look friendly with those.
From atop the parapet you hear, who goes there?
Hello, Mistborn here. We've come to visit your nice city.
You hear another voice. Oh, the Mistborn. The Mistborn. They're with Rick Tavio. They're with that carnival.
They know us here. They know us already.
They're gonna.
Awesome.
You hear a little bit of whispering from inside.
What kind of what?
Kind of echoes down a little bit. You can't really make out what they're saying, but you definitely hear them mention Mistborn, Rick Tavio. This person seems extremely excited.
Our reputation precedes us.
I don't like that, actually.
That's great. Now we don't get those awkward, denied entrance. Have to sneak in or something weird like that. It's great.
The other one says, What brings you here? Brings you to Krezk, Mistborn.
Knowledge.
Rictavio.
Books.
Duh.
We don't have a lot for books in Krezk,
really?
but
Damn it.
Rick Tavio is here. How do I know that you are the Mistborn he had associated himself with?
How far up the wall is he?
Probably
Oh, God.
about 20 feet. 20 feet tall
Misty
walls.
step to the top of the wall. And, like right next to him.
Okay, as you Misty
I
step
get stabbed.
right next to him, he stumbles back. As he does,
Hey,
one
buddy.
of the other figures falls over in a clatter, and you look down at this person that has just fallen, and you notice it's a training dummy with armor on, holding a spear.
No.
One of the other individuals is standing next to another training dummy with a spear affixed to it as well.
I have enough people.
And they raise their spears up. The one you teleported next to, he raises his spear up towards you a little nervously, and the other one starts clapping and cheering. As you look
I'll take
over,
a
you
bow.
see this rather portly, blue-skinned individual. He's like, see, they're with the carnival. They're entertainers. This is so great. And he's almost jumping with joy.
Entertain. Oh yeah. Oh yes, yes. We are entertainers. That is a common trick he pulls often.
I'll toss some fireworks with prestidigitation. Just some lights. Maybe
he
no
continues
sound,
to-
but
He continues to clap even more excitedly.
All right, don't
Look
keep
at this.
showing
This
off.
is amazing. Grigory, let them in. Let them in. Okay, okay. He begins climbing down one of the ladders and opening up the gate.
I guess we are carnies now.
one last trick. As the carriage like comes through the gate, I'm gonna stand on the wall as much as I can, and I'm gonna do a backflip.
Right.
I'm gonna do a backflip and turn into a raven.
Okay, give me an acrobatics to see how well you pull off the
Concentration check.
the. Okay, you kind of flop the backflip a little bit, but they are still impressed by you turning into a bird. And this brings an even louder cheer from the guy up top, who starts waving one of the training dummy's arms around to make it cheer for you as well. He is very excited about this and does not notice the backflip fail.
We did, though.
The other guard, with the gates open, waves you all in to the town.
And they're short-staffed, are you not?
Oh, we have enough to keep eyes on the wall, but sometimes people need dissuaded away by a heavy presence.
That is a heavy presence.
As you enter into Krezk and look down the streets, you see within the walls of the village are... Oh gosh, why did that... That is the second time that's happened tonight. I have moved you
Oh, we
over
didn't
and
go
it did
over?
not move
Yeah,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
I like this town.
You see that within the walls of Krezk are thick forestation. Not near as many homes. Upon first glance, it doesn't appear. And it does not look as if there are any stores set up. These all appear to be homes from what you see upon first entering.
This is not
This
as
is like
big as a town as I thought it would be.
this is a hamlet. This isn't even a town.
I'll ask one of the guards that's there. Do you know where Rick Tavier is staying?
Yes, Rictavio is set up his tent at the foot of the abbey up there, and he points off towards the north, towards the large stone abbey that rises up off the hill. You notice a bit of dusting of snow on the trees here, as you are much higher up in the mountains than you've been, other than while at Castle Ravenloft.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Pull my cloak tighter.
What- I don't know what Alec is thinking about letting a carnival in the gates. We've had some tough times recently, and he thinks that maybe it'll cheer everyone up. But just try to keep things quiet for a little bit. The burgomaster's having a rough time with things, so if you could try not to disrupt too much.
I don't think he would be a burgomaster if he wasn't having a rough time.
Oh, I've heard that. He chuckles. He doesn't look like he really paid attention to what you said. He starts climbing back up the ladder.
Don't like that guy.
They're easy to entertain.
Alec the burgomaster.
I can't imagine if they're all like that. Oh, jeez, this is gonna be.
Well, everyone up on the wall is, that's for sure. Look at all those guys. They're
I mean,
a
the
lively
first-
bunch.
I imagine they keep the finest two they have at the gate.
That might be the only two they have.
Maybe it's worse.
I don't know how this place still stands.
Alright, we're just being mean now.
Okay,
Let's
yeah.
go talk to them. I'm
I was
sure
being honest.
somebody's of average of intelligence here.
At least Balaki had like a guard and a captain, and I don't know, it seemed secure.
He had a friend. I mean, he was up there with his friend. They seemed really close.
Reminds me of a
Where are you guys heading off to? Towards the way the guard had pointed?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing, yeah.
Okay. As you begin to travel through the dirt roads, you notice most of these houses are humble wooden cottages in between forests of pine trees. The road starts to wind up around a little bit more of a hill going up towards the abbey, which sits higher up on the mountain. But as you come around, hold on, I'll move you. As you come around the corner, you can see Rictavio's tent just within a thicket of pine trees. It is a very bright and gaudy looking carnival type tent next to his wagon.
Interesting. Interesting.
Knock knock.
Ding dong.
Knockety knock.
Use
Okay,
my illusion to make a knock knock sound.
As you approach up to the where did he go?
Under
I don't
there.
have his little freaking token. Okay, well, we just won't have him.
Oh no. My immersion.
Okay, as you come up to the tent and or you see a head peek out from behind of an individual of tan skin. He has a
suspicious.
neatly trimmed beard and is wearing a blue vest. He leans his head out, and as he sees all of you, he steps out and he raises his hands out welcomingly, and he says, come in, carnival inside. Wouldn't all of you like to be part of it?
Not particularly.
No.
I would. These people are
Busy.
fun. They're fun. They're okay.
What?
I don't know. I'll go in the tent.
Okay.
So what
You
is
see
doing the
him.
back
You
flip
see him
for him?
standing there with his hands gesturing openly, and he kind of just holds it awkwardly with a very forced smile, and he just kind of continues staring at you. He shifts his shoulders a little bit.
Nice to meet you, Mr.
I'll go in.
Yes, I am. I'm Rictavio, one wonderful adventurer and bard extraordinaire.
I would like to tell if he's lying or not.
Give me an insight check.
Natural 20.
This is not Rictavio,
Oh.
and you can see for a moment by the gestures of the face that it is someone you recognize. Though this is Nija.
Ah. Ah, nice to meet you, Rictavia. It is I, Dresley.
Ah, would you like to come into the tent?
Yes, let us go.
Okay. As you all begin tying up your horses, Tem is the first one to enter the tent. As soon as you step into this fairly small from the outside looking tent, it appears to open up into probably about a 30-foot diameter inside of it, much larger than it was on the outside.
Like the TARDIS.
Nice.
Inside, you see
Wait, like
Rictavio.
magical? Like magical
Yes, like
bigger on the
magically
inside?
larger. Yes,
Oh,
Like,
cool.
Wizardry.
not huge,
Yeah.
but larger. You see, sitting at a small desk and chair not Rick, well, Rick Tavio,
Oh,
in the way that he had introduced himself to you before. And then the rest of your group enters in behind. The inside of this tent looks pretty barren for the most part, other than a couple of, or there seem to be 3 sleeping rolls off in the corner, and a small place where a campfire has been made. You
but there's nobody else in there.
you see also another girl
Hello.
dressed
Oh my.
a little bit more elaborately.
That's
and,
a word.
It takes a moment to recognize who it is at first, but after a couple of minutes, or after another look, you realize this to be Irina, just wearing something different.
I try not to stare.
I stare.
Staring. Activated.
As you come in, Van Richten turns from his desk where he's scribbling something in a book, and stands up towards all of you, closing the book. He says, I'm glad you've all made it. It's been an interesting trip. How did it fare for all of you?
Hags and blights and whatnot. The usual.
Well, a little more interesting than ours, I think. And he looks over towards Nija and Irina.
This town is definitely not what I thought it would be. Thought it was a bastion of defense and like humanity's last line or something.
Krezk is a very humble village, a commune almost. They have no trade. They simply provide for each other, and of course there's the Abbey, which is another story, I guess.
Looks pretty barren.
Well, nice to see that you are all okay.
Something came to my attention on the road that I was also informed you had not been made aware of.
Uh-oh.
I think it is important that this is shared, because secrets among a group in this land will only end in our deaths.
I look at Raylan.
I look at Sazed.
Both Irina and Nija have come into contact with Strahd before, in person, and he has bit them both.
Oh shit. That's new. That is not
that's
something that we
definitely-
knew.
I go back from staring at Sazed back to Irina and Nija.
You see Nija look down towards her feet, visibly blushing, even in her illusion blushes, and Irina just looks over towards Nija and then kind of angrily towards Van Richten. He says, this is potentially dangerous. An individual who has suffered a bite from a vampire is susceptible to succumbing to their enchantments much more easily than any other individual.
So they are vampires now, or no?
Oh, I have checked them already. Of course, they are not vampires. They're safe there. The act of turning an individual to a vampire is much more of a process than that. But being bitten makes you more likely to fall victim to one of their capabilities. Vampires have this way of controlling mortal people.
Oh. Interesting.
I do not know if this is a good idea going forward for them to be directly involved in any confrontation with him because of the threat that this could pose.
Obviously.
I mean, was that ever part of the plan? I don't remember that being part of the plan.
No, I've been trying to keep a distance between Nija and us already. That's why I'd played that song to see if you couldn't get her where she needs to go.
I do not know where that is, though, to be honest. And these bites mean more than just that they are weaker to him. It means that he wants them. He is hunting for them. Still, he must be. Inside of this tent, we are in an extra-dimensional space. We are unable to be seen by him.
That is good. I need to learn something like that.
This might be the only safe place that they really have, but it cannot be permanent, because if he were to even think, and he will have reason to.
What? Why is he chasing them again?
Boredom? What reason does he need?
Irene speaks up a little nervously at first. She says, when he came to my village, he wasn't Strahd. He wasn't an evil person. He was a kind man, and I thought that I loved him. And then I discovered what he was, and it was too late.
This was before he was what he is.
Van Richten shakes his head. No, this was some kind of illusion he'd cast on her. He does this bending other to his will, their pawns, toys to him. He's just entertaining himself by messing with other people, I think.
I look at Raylan.
Doesn't get it.
Well, I don't know what your solution for this would be, but in the meantime, there are other things we can do, yes?
Perhaps I might be able to find something of aid at the Abbey. I have not had a chance to go up there yet. We have been trying to keep up appearances around here, and
Oh, yes. Are we part of your carnival now?
yes, I have included you as part of our carnival, as the entrance to this village was quite difficult to obtain. I managed to convince one of the guards that we would be quite entertaining whenever the burgomaster has finished his period of mourning.
Oh. What is the period of mourning for?
It seems that his son had passed away from some sort of illness a few days before we had gotten here.
Sounds like a running theme.
Potentially more so for this burgomaster, it would seem. He's lost several children before this, according to rumors that I have been able to gather around the town.
Is it Strahd related?
I do not have anything to give me a definite link on that, and I have checked, but he seems to have just gotten very sick.
Hmm. Is he? Wait, he's still. Oh, he died. Oh. Well,
If we go check on them or the abbey?
it's a period of mourning. I mean, how long does he need? Everybody's always mourning around here. It's like the first thing we experienced when we got to Barovia.
A lot of death.
Right. Gotta recycle those souls, I guess.
That is
Entering
very-
into the abbey has proven to be difficult.
We are experts at getting where we're not wanted.
Why has it been difficult?
Oh, well, there is, from my understanding, according to the people here, it is heavily guarded because several of the individuals in the abbey have contracted grave illnesses that are dangerously contagious. And you might be able to receive these illnesses by contact, so they're quarantined off from everyone else within the walls. The only one allowed in or out is the abbot.
Abbott. Who's this abbot?
Yes. I have not been able to speak with him. I've only seen him come down twice, and both times it was to go to the burgomaster's house. I was not able to intercept him on the way, and
Maybe we should
Well-
kind of sneak in and check it out.
I mean, yes, but also politics of this town aside. What about that book about Strahd? I grieve for
I
this
have
town,
not yet
but
been able. I have not found a lead on this book. I assumed that it would be somewhere, either within a library or now I'm assuming maybe the abbey, or
of course it is.
potentially maybe this burgomaster has a lust for knowledge as well and keeps it within his own home. I have not had the opportunity to introduce myself to him.
What book?
The book that details all of Strahd's weaknesses and how we can defeat him.
Well, this is legend. This is not. I don't think it will be as clear cut as that, but one can hope.
Allegedly.
Rictavio quits.
Is there anything that makes the book distinctive?
No, Van Richten quits. Rictavio would stay. Van Richten quits.
What time would it have been when we got here?
It would be closing in around 5 p.m.
Well, maybe we...
Is there anything distinguishing about this book?
I have never seen the book. I have an associate who gathered some information from contacts, and
Is he here?
they told me that this is where I would be most likely to find it.
We have a
No,
title,
they are not here. They are somewhere else. I have to go and meet them tomorrow night, actually.
Can you give us any information about the book in case we find it? We are
I know
rather
that
lucky
the-
sometimes.
I know that the book itself was penned by Strahd.
Dear diary, today I found out I am weak to sunlight.
How would we be able to discern this book from others if we saw it? Or
If it is what everyone has said that it is, then it will most certainly be magical. It would have to be. If you are incapable of finding things based on a magical aura, I can teach you a spell.
oh, can you?
I can find
I would
things.
like to be taught that spell, if that is within your capabilities.
How skilled are you at retaining arcane knowledge through repetition?
This would be my first time.
I do not think I'd be capable of teaching you this. I'm sorry.
Well, you offered.
Yes, I did. I had hoped I'd be able to, but some of us take to magic a little more naturally than others.
Oh yes, I definitely do. Actually,
I can help Nikolai look. We can split up.
oh
Yeah.
Nikolai, yeah, he does.
Nikolai can find it.
He's all right.
I thought I would be able to learn it, though. But like you said, it's more of a natural thing. Well, unless you have any other tidbits or clues or hints for us, guess we can start with that abbot.
The only thing I really have, as far as information, I guess, other than that around here, is try to be careful not to upset the balance of things too much here. All of these people seem to be very good people, strangely untouched by Strahd somehow.
I know exactly why.
You do?
I do.
Why?
Yep. I don't think. I need to meet a few more to get a better sample size, but maybe the average intelligence of this town makes them incapable of being influenced by Strahd.
That seems a little harsh to just say.
Seems a little, I know for a fact what's going on.
Yeah, that seems a little.
Versus,
Sounds like you're guessing that maybe
Are you calling them
intelligence.
all dumb or all smart?
He's calling
Dumb.
them all dumb.
The
mean-
villagers of Krezk attest to the Abbey's existence as their protection from Strahd, and perhaps they could be right. He is, to my understanding, quite spiteful against holy symbols and lands.
I mean,
Let's
he
go
killed
with
the others
that
guys,
over
so-
the intelligence part.
Okay, that's probably a little bit more respectful. I agree.
Well,
Perhaps it, coupled with their almost sickening kindness, is what puts him off from attacking them.
for now, it is. Who knows what will change with us just being here?
Would they be kind to Strahd even if he came through? Like if he, pulled his black carriage through here and did like he did to, the pastor's son and the village of Barovia? Oh, they're not going to be kind to him after that, right?
I'd assumed that they wouldn't had they had the knowledge.
Well, just try to get in and out of here as quick as we can, and try not to disturb the balance, as you say.
That sounds like a good idea for all of us involved.
Oh, question. Do any of you three know anything about the ethereal plane?
Or nightmares.
Mostly the ethereal plane, Bart.
The ethereal plane is Nija says this, speaking up. It is a spiritual realm almost that connects all other planes to the afterlife planes, the places where an individual's souls might go when they die.
Oh.
Sometimes they get trapped in the ethereal plane though, and they're stuck there.
So that's like a Raven Queen domain, then?
I don't know who the Raven Queen is.
You don't know who the Raven Queen is?
Wow, I cannot Did Rictavia, was that Rictavia that said that?
No, that was Nigel that
Well,
said that.
boy, does Tem have a couple stories for you for another
I
time.
I need to draw
Not
pamphlets.
now. Nah. Sure.
Tresley, you can help me. I greatly value your artistic abilities, and we can draw up some pamphlets on the Raven Queen and start passing them out.
Well, we have a way of getting in and out of the ethereal plane, and it does look weird, but I don't know a lot about it.
Quick question for the group. What's our plan?
I disguise myself as a doctor and tries to help the abbot curing these sick people while gaining entry. You can be my nurse if you'd like.
I guess I will wander around looking for magic.
Tresley, if you're not busy, we can get started.
That is not helping the group's book finding.
I have business up north. I don't want to leave Soros any longer than we've already left him.
Do you want help?
I would appreciate help, but
You have my flame!
I don't think that is as important as what's going on here in this town currently. I agree for Soros and his predicament. But they haven't killed him yet, and I've spoken with him several times.
but what's
Have you
happened?
spoken to him lately?
What's that?
I said, have you spoken to him lately? mean-
When was the last time I... I think it's been a few days.
Well,
I can
mean,
try again, but...
Soros is important to Raylan, and I understand that the town is important, so maybe a small group of us could go. And maybe we could use Nightmare in the ethereal plane to get there quickly.
I'm sorry, we can use who?
Your horse, bruh.
That's Aristotle.
There's Strahd.
I think, it's gonna take more than, if we split half and half, if it's gonna take more than 3 of us to fight a whole pack of werewolves.
Well, I don't
Carol
think we
is
should try to
very-
fight them. I think we should sneak in. We could take Bon.
Yes. Sneak in. Sneaky, sneaky.
I mean, it's not a... We're not trying to kill everybody in sight. We're trying to get Soros and get out.
I mean,
Well, it doesn't really strike me as a get in and get out kind of situation, though.
killing all the werewolves might be avoidable,
Oh, I got an idea.
but I do think that Carol needs to be taken care of.
We sneak.
Okay, a
down.
rescue assassination mission.
Yeah, I got something along those lines. We sneak in. They're cooking stuff. We drop some poison in the pot. We sneak out. And
Wait
then
for
we're
it.
all on the ground. Oh, my tummy. We just stabby, stabby, stabby.
Can you make poison?
I'll get back to you on that one.
It's gonna take a couple days.
Yeah. There's got to be something around here.
Despite what it looks like, I'm not an expert in werewolves. However, I don't think they're going to have a big cauldron for stew. Probably eat most things raw.
Damn it. Just trying to throw ideas around. Get the. Try.
The
No, I-
noodle stirring.
Yeah.
I appreciate the
So...
suggestions.
Works with goblins.
Your heart's in the right place.
look over at Rictavia. I'll show him the map where I remember his name, Davian, marked where the werewolf's den is supposed to be at. And I'm gonna ask Rictavia, do you know about how far this is from where we're at right now?
Let me see. That's the wolf's head carved into the mountain up there. I've seen it a couple of times. It'd take a little bit of time to get up there. Gosh, I can't find my thing to tell you exactly how long. There it is. Probably about half a day. Half a day through the mountains. And a little bit through the woods, probably. I don't know where a path might be to get up there, but I've seen that location on the map before.
I mean, I'm okay with going up there. I mean, get up there, spend the night, and make a day trip out of it.
Then we can.
The book's not going to go anywhere, right? I mean, it's a
Well, by the
It's here
time you guys
somewhere.
are all back, I'm sure I can have plenty of knowledge of this book and its whereabouts.
What about?
Hey, Rictavio could too.
Okay,
Yes, I will work with Rictavio.
what about 3? Go with Aristotle and Tem flies 1. Flying would be faster than walking, right?
Would I be able to fly with another person the whole day?
You'd have to stop and take breaks, but you'd be able to make the trip.
What's Aristotle's movement speed?
90.
I mean,
flying.
he was so fast that everything was a blur when I asked him to go fast.
So 180 dashing.
Okay, I'm not that fast.
Yeah, he is very quick on his own. Carrying 2 people, he's going to be a little slower, and he
I'm
could
just
make
wondering-
it kind of a struggle with 3. He'd be moving slow like Tem would be carrying 1.
How is that
Is-
affected in the ethereal? Because when I threw my firebolt, it traveled through trees and stuff. So I think we could do just a straight line to where we want to go, ignoring terrain.
We can only take 3 through the ethereal plane. We couldn't take 5.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Is we take 3 through the ethereal and 2 flying. That allows you to skip terrain, maybe saving us time. I know that you have to rest, and the horse probably does too, but I don't know. I'm just trying to think of how we could get up there faster than 2 days. Because I do think it's important.
Okay, so it says while in wolf form, all your statistics except for your AC and your movement speed. But I don't know how much my movement speed is as the wolf.
Does it not say how much your movement speed is on the...
I don't have like a character sheet for it.
Didn't I give you a character sheet at one point?
I have. Oh,
I
what's
thought
this?
I did.
Nope. I totally do. All right, so my speed is 60. So
Yeah.
with movement, dash, bonus action dash,
Yeah, you're fast.
can-
Oh no, you're just as
I-
fast as. Yeah.
so I can turn it a wolf and keep up. As long as you guys aren't running like through stuff in the ethereal plane.
I will say that traveling at that pace for that long of a distance would definitely cause you to become exhausted.
Well, I mean, we would take breaks, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they would. I mean, if you were just rushing the whole time though without breaking, yeah. But
No,
that would
yes.
also it would.
So
It
what
would
is
feel-
the feasibly quickest way do we think we could get there?
Who's the lightest party member?
Definitely not me.
I look at Tim.
Probably me.
Okay, but you're gonna fly.
Right.
So what if Bon, who I'm assuming is him or
Oh,
Nikolai.
Vaughn is probably lighter than
Yeah,
me,
I'm saying
actually.
I'm probably pretty light, right? You know, being
Would-
elf.
would Bon be able to ride me,
Hmm.
cowgirl style?
How long
Wow.
does how long does your shrink thing or shrink grow?
Like a minute.
It's
Oh,
a
okay.
minute. Enlarge reduces a minute. I do not think as a wolf, you'd be able to carry another individual. At least not at that speed. Like,
But look how big I am.
yeah,
With
but what's your
armor and
strength?
Stuff, yeah.
What's your strength? 10. Yeah, he's got like armor and a bunch of other gear that he's carrying. Let me see. How much do you weigh, Bon? Right now, 98 pounds.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, that's just your. Okay, I thought his
That's
person
just my
weighed
weight. That's
98.
just my
That's
equipment.
just his equipment. So
Yeah.
that's 98 pounds plus his actual weight. So that'd be a little bit heavy to have on your back.
All right. What if we put everybody in the scarf that doesn't take living beings? We kill everyone, put them in the bag, revive them when we get
Oh
there.
my god. I don't like that plan. I'm definitely not.
I mean, that
going.
would stick it to Strahd for sure. I tell you what.
All right.
Or like put a
Van
wrinkle in his
Richten-
plan.
Van Richten steps forward as you are talking and discussing your plans. He says, I don't mean to interject, but perhaps we don't rush off tonight. You just arrived here in Krezk. You can head off in the morning with first light, but I would suggest not leaving at night. It might be potentially dangerous.
Definitely.
no, I'm- Yeah, definitely.
Come at us with that logic.
Leaving in the morning is
Right,
definitely.
so we'll look for the book tonight. Pray to God we have
Sounded
some
like
luck.
there was more to that.
You work your magic for a few hours. We said it was 5, right? We have like 5 hours before bedtime.
What's this
Yeah, it's like
timeline?
it's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like 5.
So we can take 5 hours to look for the book / do whatever it was you were going to do to try to help the people. And then we can go and
I think we try our best to avoid the people and not interfere with events that are happening here.
I thought you wanted to look at some way to.
No, pretend like they are in a bubble and don't burst their bubble. Let them continue their lives like we're not here. Outside of carnival acts and what's not that we are already signed up for.
Oh, guess I was mistaken. I thought you wanted to try and heal somebody or something.
In
Oh,
the
this
Abbey,
Abbott's
they said they
son.
had. In the Abbey, they said they had some people that are disease-stricken.
Yeah, but you said you wanted to check that out, right?
Yeah.
Cesar?
That's not like
Okay,
the
so
normal
you
people.
yeah, while you do that, I'll wander around with my radar going.
Oh, so you want to be my nurse then?
I mean, as long as we can travel around and hit the spots that are important. Yes, I will be your nurse.
That sounds
I will
like a plan.
cauterize the wounds.
You can probably take 1 or 2 more.
I'll go to the Abbey.
I mean, I don't see why not all of us.
I'm fine with going
Uh,
tonight.
Probably not that great of an idea with the contagion, though.
I'll be your apprentice. I can.
Do you have any like
tell me to
masks,
do stuff.
kind of like Arena has, but like not as feminine, I guess?
Irina kind of looks like her brow furrows angrily.
I know it looks really good on you, just not wouldn't on me.
What if we had some sort of mask that had like we could put potpourri in the front so it smells better? Look a little bit more like Tem.
Something maybe COVID-19 safe.
My
I just-
God.
I just want a plague doctor mask.
I don't I guess you could take some bundles of cloth or something and wrap them over your faces. I don't.
You don't have like costumes and stuff?
At least
I
three
have
layers.
some costumes in the wagon. If you'd like to peruse through them, you're free to.
I look.
Just
Yeah, I'll just wrap my scarf around my face. And call
do
it a day.
not attempt to open the locked cabinet.
You can't just say that and not tell me what's in the locked cabinet.
Well, it is trapped. It is personal information, and I would appreciate it if you would respect my privacy.
Okay.
I keep an eye on. I keep an eye on
See, you
Bond.
should really start with that, though. Just saying, hey, don't open the locked cabinet.
I'm
There's
just
people that are going to open that locked cabinet.
look over, just me going, okay, with big old wink face on.
Well,
Damn,
in
of
a
course.
typical setting, an individual wouldn't even have to say, "Don't open the locked cabinet,"
I
but
mean, yes.
I mean, you brought it
That's
up.
fine.
We would not, and
It's
in a typical
fine.
situation, we would not have even looked at the locked cabinet. But then you
Yeah,
mentioned
we're
it.
talking about leaving, and you're like, "Don't open
We're
that."
we're not gonna open it. We're not gonna look inside magically. We're not gonna do anything with
Oh
the
my
cabinet.
god!
Can
But
you
you're
give
right,
me a
privacy
deception check? Because I
is
feel like
safe
you need to
with
now.
us.
Sadly, he's good at that.
Ah,
He nods. Thank you. I appreciate you respecting my privacy.
I looked through my super, what do I call it? Super disguise kit, because I bought like 3 of them and put them together.
Yeah.
Get some like masks and, you know what? Some like, not like, Halloween doctor's outfits or shit, but just something that makes me look more doctory or more, not doctory, what do they call them here? Abbey.
Medicine?
More abbey.
Okay.
And a mask, obviously, and gloves.
I have a
You
poker
can
you
shave
look like a
your
priest.
You're gonna shave your head just in the top and leave the ring around the outside.
I changed my face to have a shaved head.
Okay, you're able to throw something together that looks vaguely similar to something you would have seen the priests wearing at Valaki or in Barovia. Doesn't look exactly the same, but it looks fairly similar.
Would anybody else like some gloves and masks?
I'm good.
I will take some gloves. What kind of disease was this?
No idea. A very contagious one.
Bad one.
Do you have any magical protections? Does anybody have any magical protections or something like that? Oops. Ignore that.
I have magical protection, but not from disease. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Now you know what it is. Surprise.
Oh
Right.
no! I'm surprised.
My immersion.
I meant to look at it because I couldn't remember what it did.
Well,
I can pray to the Raven Queen.
that is not very
No, that
helpful.
doesn't. That doesn't.
How do I just look at it? There it is. Like, how do I just look at the spell?
You hit
Click the eye.
Well, like,
If you did it 3 more times, that would have been so funny.
well, in like for my abilities and stuff on the actual character sheet, you click the name to read the thing.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why this spells are different.
So, Nikolai's coming. Dresler, you said you were
I'll
coming? Raylan?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, we might as well all go then.
We need
Before
2
we
doctors.
leave, I will ritually cast detect magic.
Who is
Okay.
going to be
I will
another
cast
doctor?
disguise self to look like someone similar to Sazed, but better looking.
So
Okay.
you can be the sciencey doctor, says it, and Dresley can be like the holy doctor. If that
Raylan's
makes
the
sense.
doctor. Apparently.
I'll be the more naturalist doctor.
Also, you know that is just an illusion and it won't protect you from whatever disease is in there, right?
Yes.
I think I'm just gonna wait outside where it's safe.
That is not that is a wise decision. I don't fault you for that.
I'll just sit outside the door and just make sure everything's okay, Nothing
Yeah, do your rogue thing. Go look around the outside, the perimeter or something.
Absolutely.
Oh, I should. Rictavio starts again, almost as if he's remembering at the last second. Eh, Before you head off, there are no wells in town. They gather all of their water from a spring to the north. It's quite clean water. No need to boil it. Fresh, tastes nice, but it's also the only location where you can get water in town. So, should you need to fill up, make sure you go by there.
That sounds very short-sighted.
Are we sure that the water isn't causing the issues?
Well, now we have to go look at it, don't we?
Well, literally everybody would be sick if that were the case.
I mean,
Right.
well, I
People
mean,
have-
you never know.
Maybe one of the
It's worth
symptoms is
looking at.
diminished intelligence.
Let's just go inspect the patients first.
Yeah, I already cast my spell, so I only have an hour.
Okay, let's go then. To the Abbey. That's where you said the
Okay.
Abbot was, right?
The Abbey?
The Abbey.
Yeah,
the
sure.
Abbot was in the Abbey.
Okay, you begin to climb as you exit out from the tent and get back onto this dirt road. It hugs the side of this cliff and covered with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock. It is a slow and somewhat treacherous trek up the hill, but you manage to get to the top in front of these large stone walls and heavy wooden gates. The air is much colder up here, as a light dusting of snow covers the trees and the rocky earth. You see two stone, beyond the walls you see two stone outbuildings to either side. The gates are iron, my apologies. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be held with a chain and a lock. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by a 15-foot-high curtain wall, and a belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which also sports a chimney billowing gray smoke.
The gate is locked.
Yes, it is locked. There's a heavy chain on it and a large metal lock.
I will use minor illusion to do another knocking sound, a very loud knocking sound. And I'll just say, hello!
Okay, you see from the nearest building here, a hooded head lean out from the door as it opens slowly and look out in the direction. And then the figure closes the door back and goes back inside.
How tall was the
I'll
gate?
wait another couple seconds.
Okay, after about a minute, you see a very tall individual, probably about 6'5" or so.
Oh, yeah. Oh my
Yeah, he's
god.
rather tall and
Creepy.
slender, dressed in dark robes with a white cap and vestments. He's carrying a bright lantern as he approaches the gate. Yes. What can I do to help you? Are you sick?
This is what we can do to help you. The medical professionals here, we have heard that you have some kind of pandemic on your hands. Or possible pandemic. We offer our services in any way that we can.
He leans back, and raises his hand to his chin as he raises an eyebrow. Give me a deception check.
Ooh. I rolled a 9, which makes that a 18?
18?
Yeah, 18.
If you are medical professionals, who sent you here?
Nobody sent us here. We were just traveling around and we heard about a peculiar disease that is affecting your nice town here.
Adventurers from beyond the mist, I presume?
Yes, how keen.
You probably couldn't imagine. I am sorry, it is for your safety, but I must insist that you stay outside. Many of the individuals, our patients, are quite ill, and it might not bode well for you if you entered in.
That is okay. Nobody here is scared of death. Death comes to us all.
Well,
We do what we can to help.
there are things far worse than death.
Yeah.
Other things far worse than death happening in this abbey.
Unfortunately, yes, there are horrible, horrible things that have afflicted some of our patients that I truly do not have the heart to even speak of. That is why we have to keep them here. To keep everyone safe. I'm sure you understand as a medical professional.
Well, we are not part of this town, so if anything afflicts us, it will not happen in your town, correct? Are you saying you do not want our help?
Oh, I fear I must turn it away. It simply just seems like too great a risk to others.
Is he
Do
being
you want them to just
truthful?
remain sick?
Is he lying to me?
Give me a insight check.
Fuck. 13.
13. He about what specifically?
If he's holding anything back, if he's really concerned about our safety and not just not telling us something.
He does seem concerned. Concerned about the patients and also your group being safe.
If I might add, we have helped, the village of Barovia with a vampire problem, cured that. We've also, what else do we do? We did a lot of other things. I mean, we can help people.
Oh,
We're really good at it.
Oh, we did the Barovia pie incident, the addiction.
True. Oh, yeah, true. It's helped with addiction issues. I sees it here as a magnificent healer. He has kept us alive through many perilous incidents.
Well, I do not doubt that your friend is capable of quite a lot. I myself, his hand starts to glow, the one not holding the lantern, glows with a bright yellow energy. Almost so intense that it is hard to look at.
What kind of magic is it?
You have the detect magic up. It is,
Yes.
oh my god, I can't remember the score.
Evocation?
Yes, evocation. It is evocation magic. I am quite skilled in the magical healing arts myself, but sadly not enough. Even if we were to combine efforts, I have others here, also skilled, that assist me as well.
So you still refuse us entry even though we are willing to help?
Perhaps a more controlled visit at a time when I am prepared, when I've had the chance to make the proper precautions to keep you and the patients in a safe space. Perhaps tomorrow sometime before evening, or if you would like later on.
I don't mean to offend or that we're trying to intrude too much, which I feel like we totally are, but I can't help but feel like you're hiding something.
And we are on a schedule.
You see him look around nervously at the ground. Not really nervously. It comes off as nervously at first, but then you start to realize it's more of like a discomfort and an anxiety. And he steps back a little bit away from the gate. And he says, "Yes, I admit, I am hiding something from you. I'm hiding something from many people here within the village. I am an agent of light. I'm here to help these people. I shelter them as I can, but I cannot allow you entrance into this holy place currently."
Ah, now we're on to something.
And as you see these white feathered wings start to come out from the back of his robe.
No shit. You're an
Presley,
angel.
hit
That's
him.
Amazing.
They raise up to about 6 feet long on both sides, stretching out, and then he tucks them back in under his robe.
That is amazing.
The enemies of the light are numerous in a land like Barovia, and while I do not sense an ill will amongst you, there are many sick people here, and I must assure their safety and yours as my charge here.
Well, since we are both being overly truthful, we are not here specifically to help these diseased people, but that is why we're here as well. I honestly want to care for them, but we are also here for a book. A magical book.
I have not seen any magical books here at the Abbey. We do not have much for books, to be honest. All of our magic is taught specifically from me to our healers, and they take care of people with me. None of that knowledge is recorded, and many of our ledgers are not even kept consistent, unfortunately.
Well,
I'm sorry I cannot be of assistance in finding this book.
don't think
what
he's lying to us, and I don't
might
think...
it involve?
Strahd... what's his name? the Baron Strahd, and possibly what he's weak to. Or clues to defeating him.
Clues to defeating Strahd. Wow. How ambitious. Seems like quite a daunting task you have charged yourselves with. I'm immensely impressed.
What's your name again?
I am simply known as the Abbot here. You may also refer to me as Abbot. I do not really go by anything else.
Well, I don't think he's being distrustful to us, or don't think he keeps us out with malicious intent. I think he honestly cares for these people. You said we can come back at a later time?
Yes, if you can come back tomorrow, perhaps after dusk, I will have had time to make the proper preparations for your arrival. Just to ensure safety measures are in place. I don't want anything to happen. Some of these afflicted individuals can become erratic or dangerous, and those who are not prepared might react in a equally dangerous manner, and I don't want anyone to suffer from that.
Can I insight check him again? See if he's just trying to, like, cover something up with the time that he would be allotted. Like, he seems
Sure,
nervous,
give me an
but
insight
he's
check.
trying to hide something. Better. 21.
21. As he's saying this, you sense something about it is off. You're not exactly sure what it is that he's saying, but almost like he's not telling the whole truth with it. Like he's leaving out certain things intentionally.
Okay. Well, you won't let us in? We'll be back soon then.
Thank you once again. I appreciate your understanding, and tomorrow you will be welcome.
Will be welcome.
And, though I don't think I will need to ask this, please, between mutual friends, we keep a secret. Yes?
Of course. We have both been honest with each other about what's going on. We might as well keep the secret.
Many kindnesses, and may the morning Lord's light shine upon you.
May the light shine upon your roofs as well.
He looks up at the sky a little bit, and then nods and begins walking back towards the stone building across the courtyard.
That guy is hiding something.
I think he's trying to cure vampires.
Okay, who wants
I
to
think he's
sneak in with
causing
me?
the whole thing.
How tall are the gates?
I don't trust him at all.
The gates are, hold on, I'm trying to look.
Well, are we sneaking in or what?
15
Yes.
foot high.
How
Yes,
many do we
sir.
have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy.
I could send a shadow raven in.
We can just
1,
take a rope
2,
up,
3.
climb the rope.
Oh, you know what we
How
should
tall
do?
was the wall?
I can allow 3 of us to become invisible.
15 foot tall.
Oh,
Bond,
that's
you can
it.
become invisible, right? Or no?
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't
Not
know.
for a while.
I'll get back. Well,
Well, you're
Yeah,
sneaky
let
as
me
it
check.
is. You're fine.
I mean, I can cast Pass Without a Trace.
oh,
So I'm in the
yeah.
darkness. I'm
Let's,
invisible.
let's go around
Wait,
the
why don't we
back
wait
right
till-
quick. But I can make 3 of us less sneaky people invisible.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can only be invisible for a very short period.
Tem, you have your bird stuff, right?
I don't think that necessarily makes me more sneaky.
Yeah, but you're not.
Sneaky.
That's true. You can wait here. If you'd like.
I will fly.
Or you can wait on the roof. Pretend to like do bird things. Eat your
I'm gonna
seeds you're
sit
so
here.
fond of.
I'm gonna sit here and send a shadow raven. I will not go myself.
I don't know what that means.
I will sit
Well-
down and shoot a shadow raven out of my chest.
Gonna learn today.
I assume it comes from there.
It'd be better to sit down at the tent.
Nope. Sit down along I'll walk around the side of the wall here. You know,
Okay.
out of view.
Let's go. Let's not go toward the path. At least maybe around the back,
Okay, yeah, maybe that's better.
not in plain view of the city.
Okay, off into
Town,
the woods a
hamlet?
little bit.
Yeah. Is this representative of how big the place is?
Yes. Yes, it is accurately representative. It is to scale.
Okay.
You think maybe we should wait for a little bit and then come back?
No, we can't give him
I-
time to start doing what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Why didn't we just kick
Might
the
be a
damn
little
gate
ahead.
in then?
That's plan B. We haven't done.
That was a hell of a walk. Sorry.
We haven't done. We haven't done a lot of sneaky reconnaissance stuff in a while. Yeah. I
Yeah, but I want a womp womp.
I can make myself, you, Nikolai, and Dresley invisible. Tam has his bird. Bon and Raylan are pretty silent on their own. Just go take a look around, yeah? Oh, Bon, do your thing.
Okay.
Oh, with everyone here? Who?
That way we don't have
wants-
to yell to each other.
With all of us, yes.
Okay.
Okay, you know what?
One
I'm having
order.
second thoughts.
Too late.
Oh wow, that's gonna be in our head for a
Eight
while.
hours. 8 hours of mental connection.
Okay. I'm gonna say out loud. All right, we're all connected for 8 whole hours.
Oh boy. I'll touch Nikolai and Dresley and cast invisibility at 4th level.
Before everyone gets too far, I will cast Pass Without a Trace.
Should we get over the wall first?
It's easier to get over the wall when they can see us, right?
Correct.
Can I cast while I'm invisible?
Abbott, there's a man climbing the fence.
No, you cannot. It will
Okay.
cancel it. Do you need to do something before that?
I was gonna just get over the wall by teleporting.
Oh. Nope, too late. You're invisible.
Okay, so everyone's climbing over the wall then, or the fence?
Let's go around the back and put the rope up. They probably won't see it's there, right? Wait. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person.
Can I quietly climb up a wall outside of this thing and then drop a rope down? For the people who can't climb. Because they're fat.
Oh fuck, man! I'm robust.
He's rotund.
Okay,
Like a rope trick thing?
pass without a trace on everyone, and then
Invisibility on
is there
me,
an
Nikolai,
invisibility
and
on
Dresley.
Sazed, Nikolai, and Dresley? Okay. So as you move around off to the side of the road near Tem, and Tem summons out his shadowy raven, Sazed casts invisibility, making Nikolai, Dresley, and himself disappear. Raylan quickly scrabbles up one of the walls. Give me a stealth check as you climb the wall, Raylan. With pass without a trace, so you get the +10.
Damn!
That's what,
39?
39. Okay, so as you silently move up here, and what are you doing with the rope? Just tossing it down and holding it from there?
I will try and... What kind of gate is it? Like, are there, like,
Are you
doors?
moving over towards the gate? Because it's a
Or
wrought
is there
iron gate.
somewhere on the wall that I can... Is there somewhere along the wall that I could tie it off that it'd be secure for...
There is a spot by one of the guardhouse buildings near the roof where you're able to kind of tie it off.
Shit, it's just a rope trick. Would have been cooler.
That's what I thought you were gonna do.
That's what I was gonna do originally.
Okay, and everyone else begins to ascend the rope.
I said.
Yeah.
Okay, give me stealth checks. Nikolai with advantage. Dresley would be a straight roll, right?
Cause heavy armor.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you have heavy armor.
yeah. So I was gonna ask if being invisible gives you advantage.
Yeah.
It gives you advantage, so you'd just do a
Okay.
straight roll, and then add +10 to that. Bond, I need a stealth check from you as well, and sees it. Tem, are you just flying the Raven in, or
Yeah.
are you trying to stealthily fly it in?
I'm just flying in. I guess I'm
Okay.
flying up to the top of the wall and then flying
Oh my
down.
god, Bond.
I am
Are we
one
going in?
with the
Is this for
shadows.
going into the place?
This is
as well?
them climbing up the wall. Yes, they
Oh.
are. You said you were sending in your Shadow Raven.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly my Raven up there. I'm not gonna stealthily do it. I'm just gonna
Okay.
land up there.
You see from above the wall there are a few robed individuals off in the courtyard further off. Their hoods are wrapped over their head. They seem to be talking about something over in the courtyard as they walk from one building to another.
It's dark out, right?
Yes, it is starting to get dark.
Okay.
They do not seem to have noticed as your friends climb up onto the wall and then over to the inside of the wall.
With my keen hearing, can I hear what they're talking about?
Give me a perception check.
Perception check with advantage, right?
Yes.
29.
No.
Natural.
Oh God, Gruel was so bad tonight. I just really want a nice meal, just one night. I'd like some good meat that that just doesn't taste like foot. Just I don't want it to taste like foot for once. The other guy says, "Yeah, I know what you mean. It's really gross." Something about this person's voice really seems strained and off. Almost like it's not coming through a normal person's throat. It's very unsettling as you hear it. And here, after having just snuck in the walls of the Abbey, is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, brother.
But before anyone goes anywhere, I would like for you all to level up to 9.
Oh my god!
Oh man.
You know what that means, right? I have no idea, but we're gonna find out.
Level 5 spells is what that means.
Oh, is it? We get one?
48,000.
Thank you.
Thank you.
48,000 is what that
Oh
means.
my god, I get another Eldritch Invocation.
Gross.
Cloak of Flies.
Oh man. What type of cool things do I get at level 8?
Come on, no whammy! Fuck!
Oh, oh,
Oh, you
thank
get
God.
to reroll, yeah.
Oh, thank God. All right, big money, no fuck me.
Ooh,
Yes.
there
I
you
think this
Ooh.
might be the best one yet.
go.
Oh yeah, what do you actually roll, anyways?
You roll a d8.
Oh, then that's
Sacred
actually...
rolls a d8. Nikolai rolls a d6. Dresley gets a d10. Raylan gets a d8. And I think that Tem takes average every time, but he gets a d8 as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I
just
clicked
take
roll for HP. I don't see it popping up, so I'm going to try roll again. I changed my mind. It was a 5 before. Pop up.
What?
5 is also your average +1, yeah.
Well,